this set up right, y'all. Give me energy to step up there where I can set the height right and everything. Hopefully, get this on. Goes to acting up. Is Oakley trapped inside?
Yeah, we'll put her in a kennel.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm fine with it. Let me see. Back it out just a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I'm good right there, but try and get it where they can see what's going on too.
They'll let us know.
Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all need a better view, or I think we're good as far as level and all of that. There's Danielle. Y'all wondering how she is?
Yeah, very from his
The
stand.
sun in your eyes? Benjamin said that's perfect.
Good deal. I'm ready to stand.
She says she got to sit down. You good?
Yep.
She just wants to sit down. All right. Danielle's reading the comments in a minute. She's getting online right now. We had a nets full of buffalo today. So I got a lot of buffalo to clean. Thought we'd go live, let y'all get a little peek, give y'all some update on Danielle for as long as she wants to stay out here, but she gets ready to go back inside. I'm gonna have to get her back inside. She's sitting here in the shade though, so y'all check that out. Got some nice old humpback buffaloes. Keeping them on ice, keeping them cool right now. I probably should run grab me some ice. And
Make sure you get on there on yours that we get all comments.
that we get all comments.
Yeah.
What do I got to hit on there? I thought I already had that set up.
It's that little button I showed you before.
On the bottom left, there's this one.
Yeah.
Top chat, song comments.
Wow.
Oh, I never hit that. My bad, y'all. I've probably been messing y'all up on the comments.
No, I always fix it.
Huh? Oh, you fix it?
Yeah. Okay.
Y'all know I can't do nothing without her, so. All right. Big flat head. Oh, I really need one of them ice chests fixed with tell you what I'm gonna do. You're not gonna sit on this other one. I'm gonna fix it real quick. But if you we gotta at least get 50 people on there before we something's coming. I'm gonna just throw some ice in this one, and then I can, when I start filleting them ribs, I can throw them right in there. Sound good to you? She said it sounds good to her.
I'm out here for a little bit.
Danielle's out here for a little bit. Yeah, she might not. But how many we got on there now? A few more?
I'm seeing 36 on my end.
Seeing like 36 people. Where y'all at? I know everybody ain't off work and stuff yet.
I'm still very weak.
Danielle's pretty weak, so she's sitting down, y'all.
Yeah.
She's over.
But I'm feeling better than what I did while I was in the hospital.
I wonder, can I like come up with it that way?
No, it was good.
Let me see what I can do. See if I can get you in there a little bit.
I'm in there. They see me. I'm over here.
Can y'all see Danielle? I can't see it.
Because you're looking at it that way. They see me.
Y'all can see Danielle over there? Maybe if I move that bowl.
Well, ain't no way.
Y'all see her back over there? I can't see. Nothing. Well, the thing's blocking. Oh yeah, y'all see her over there. Let me go get some ice real quick. I'm gonna be right back.
What's everybody up to? They went and ran nets this morning, and so y'all get to watch them clean fish. I hope y'all hear me all the way over here, because that's probably as loud as I'm gonna get. Yeah, they got plenty of buffalo and catfish. He'll probably tell you how many in a little bit. Him, Chad, Noah, and Miles went and ran the nets this morning. Miles enjoys that boat. He came over at 7:30 this morning ready to go on a boat ride. He enjoyed seeing all them fish and that boat ride this morning. It was cold this morning here. I think it was in the 40s.
I'm coming this morning.
How many fish did you catch?
I don't even know how many. It was a pile.
How many catfish or how many catfish?
Huh?
How many catfish?
Oh, we didn't have but 2 flatheads. We had 2 flatheads, 0 blues. It's 4 nets now, 4 hoop nets. We're doing a new video. Give y'all a little bit of update on the video situation, because everybody's always wanting to know, why don't y'all bait your nets? Or do you bait your nets? Do you bait for buffalo? Do you bait for flatheads? Get lots of questions on baiting. Everybody knows we bait for blues and channel cats a lot of times, or that you would if you want to catch a lot of them. But a little bit about baiting for buffalo. So, yeah, I'm going to say it worked pretty good. Because we had 2 nets with a bunch of buffalo in them, and it took 2 of us to get both of them in the boat. So, we got buffalo. We got more buffalo than I wanted, so I done called one of the preacher mans, and he done come picked up an ice chest full of buffalo that he wanted. So that's less I got to clean. But we still got about 150 quart ice chest and a 70 quart ice chest full of buffalo to clean. Yeah, that's right, I think. It's a lot of them. I don't know, probably 40 buffalo. But like I said, I'm not like fishing a bunch trying to sell fish or anything. I'm commercial, but I don't really want to work that hard, and we're just showing how to do it. But if we wanted to scale it up, yeah, we could sink the boat with buffalo right now. It's just unreal at the buffalo you can catch. And there's guys that are catching that many, and they're going to market. These rivers are slam full of buffalo. What we got? You got questions?
How was our Easter? Bradley had to work, but Caitlin, Noah, Miles, and Dylan were here.
We got to have like Easter supper.
Yeah.
I had to work Saturday and Sunday all Easter weekend, and it was really bad. Like, it was a bad weekend at work. So that's how my weekend went. I think Saturday I sit down once for about 5 minutes. So sometimes it's like that, sometimes it's not that bad. It was one of them days. So didn't have time to do much.
It was a good Easter.
But Danielle had a good day. For the ones of you that don't know, she's been sick. She spent 14 days in the hospital. We said a little bit about that in one of our latter videos, the one that we were yo-yo fishing in. But she's back home and doing lots better. Not 100% yet. I'm going to say she's probably...
I'm getting there. I go for my next round of medicine this weekend. Well, Friday.
All honesty, she's probably 60% right now. So she lost a lot of muscle mass, and being in the hospital that long, the first 9-10 days, like, she couldn't hardly get out of the bed. She was so bad, and that really took a toll. You just lose a lot of body weight, muscle mass. She couldn't eat. Sick anytime she eats, she'd throw up. Like, it was pretty rough on her. when we went to the ER and she got admitted. But like I said, one of her medicines quit working for whatever reason. She had a little spell, and it just went downhill from there. From the time we got back from Iowa, pretty much. Because she did good up there. She walked 10 miles in 2 days up there. Had a little something going on. Kind of knew something was up then, but we got back home. It hit her pretty hard, and we on the way back uphill. I think now she's building back up. So maybe in a few weeks we'll have her strong enough she can get at least ride with me to some of the locations that we're doing some of this stuff. I probably won't right out the gate just put her out in the sunlight a lot and stuff like that if it's hotter. But maybe get her out, let her do some brim fishing early in the morning, late in the evening, something like that maybe, if she's feeling up to it. Right now she's doing good to get up and walk around the house and I don't know, I ain't never seen somebody want to wash dishes so bad. But like she was after 3 or 4 weeks not even literally being able to wash a dish or something. She was like, "Nope, I'm washing dishes." I'm like, "Okay." I've been washing them for 4 weeks. I'm ready for washing dishes. But anyways, here we are. We got 2 flatheads for the ones that's just getting on. I don't. Y'all know I talk a lot, so I always talk. Give people a few minutes to log in. People's coming in from work and stuff, so we got 70 people on now. That's enough to start cleaning fish. Maybe a few more join here in a little bit. They gonna probably miss the big flathead though. Y'all know though, Black and Decker,
Walmart or Amazon.
Walmart special there that we should probably get sponsored by them. They need to come out. They got all kind of cordless ones, but they need to come out with a Black and Decker cordless one. I'm not sure if they got one or not, but I looked the other day thinking they might, and I ain't found one. So there
Thank
that
y'all
is.
for all the prayers. It means a lot.
Yep, a lot of people has commented saying they were praying for Danielle to get better and all of that after we kind of made that public. Knew people was going to ask a lot of questions. Didn't want people thinking that we was like separated or some. You get all the theories.
Or that I just didn't want to be there.
Yeah, that she didn't want to be in the videos or something bad done happened. No, nothing. It's just she was sick.
Badly.
Simple as that. But it was bad sick, yeah. But
you know how people jump to conclusions.
yeah. Y'all can hear Danielle fine, huh? I'm assuming.
Yeah, we done talked about that.
Well, like her not burnt right now. She needs all the energy she can get. This is about the furthest she's walked. Probably from the house, it's 40 yards out here to the cleaning shed, or 25 or 30. It's probably the furthest she's walked since she's got out of the hospital. So she's having to build her strength back up a little bit, y'all.
I get on a stationary bike
But
for
yeah,
a couple of minutes.
we're gonna get her built back up though.
If y'all got any questions, let us know. We don't mind answering them. We try to answer all our questions.
Questions, comments, concerns. Now's your time. Upcoming videos, we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll get a few more people on. I don't know, I'm assuming y'all can see this.
I can see it.
That dude is slam full of something he been eating, crawfish or something. Feels
Yes, they already put in for their elk tags. We did that the other night. Got it taken care of.
Yep, we're in for elk tags. Try for a muzzleloader tag this year. This is a big one. Takes a few minutes to get through the bones on that one. But we're going to get him. Oh, and here's a chance for everybody to see, like, We get a lot of comments on why do you not bleed out that catfish and all that kind of stuff. So guess what? We cut the tail on this one, so now be everybody's opportunity to see what this fillet is going to look like. We'll show y'all in a few minutes when I get the skin off of it. What you got, girl? I'm listening.
Nothing. They see everything. Everything looks good. They're saying hi.
Two big old flathead fillets. I'm gonna spray it. Oh. A little fish ooh ain't gonna hurt you.
It was this water. It's whenever you trim it on.
So y'all check that out. Probably is a little whiter meat. We'll see in a minute. I do that sometimes on these bigger fish. I don't always. Why? I don't know. I just don't really have a habit of doing that, to be honest about it. Didn't really grow up being told to do it, I guess, one thing. What you can,
Bradley's the best you ever seen at cleaning fish.
I don't know about that.
That's my question. Somebody said he's the best I've ever seen at it.
But y'all can see, it is a whiter meat by cutting the tail. So there you go. Because this one was probably 17, 18. Hey, I'm all in the film, man. Am I fine? Can I zoom in some or what?
Hey, you're good.
17, 18 pounds right there. I don't know if it went 20. Might would have had. Close to 20 pounder right there. For sure.
I'm stressing about it. Front and center,
I don't know, like the top of my head was chopped off sometimes.
no.
Y'all hear her bad mouthing me. You know she getting better because she's starting to get feisty. They got her on some of that prednisone too. That, when you talk about a fireball, she's been on it. On me.
My wake up time is at 3:30 every morning lately. I almost woke Bradley up the other morning thinking he was late.
3:30, 4 o'clock. She's trying to get me up. I'm like, leave me alone. Don't be waking me up like it. No.
I just lay in the bed.
Hopefully y'all seen Sunday's hog trapping video. If you didn't, y'all go check it out.
You'll see that beast of a hog he called.
Probably one of our better hog trapping videos, I thought, but YouTube evidently didn't. That happens sometimes. It didn't pull a lot of views, but it's doing okay. But could have been because it was Easter Sunday too. A lot of people was getting ready to go to church on Easter Sunday and stuff like that. That affects things like people watching and things like that. So could have something to do with it. I don't know. But either way, if y'all didn't see that one, y'all go watch it.
However, he is working on another sounder. I'm catching that one.
Yeah, we got some more. We got some more hogs. I don't know. It's about 14 hogs or so. It's not.
That's a different breed of hog.
Yeah.
Because they're laying there. They're just laying there.
But we're gonna get them too. Probably tonight. Maybe tonight. There y'all go. I'm not like rushing at this or nothing.
We got 104 in there.
Look at that big
Y'all
old.
could shoot us a comment.
Huh?
I'm not seeing any comments. Well, any updated comments. So drop us a comment. Let me know that it's working.
Is it? I mean, it's still live streaming, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We're good.
There's some hearts coming up or something. Is that likes?
Focus on the situation.
She said it's no comments coming up. Somebody comment, let her know if the comments is working. She's trying to make sure everything's
If not, Bradley's gonna stress about it.
jiving. Cutting ribs out right now.
It's working.
You got one?
Yeah.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Nah, I don't stress. Yeah, there's some meat there. I know. I'm so bad throwing stuff away. But look at that. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah.
Watching from Memphis, watching from Colorado. I like seeing where y'all are from. Not exact pinpoints, roundabout here.
Y'all let us know where y'all from. See how many states we can get in there tonight. We got, what'd you say, Memphis and Colorado already?
Yeah, Memphis would be Tennessee, most likely.
Memphis, Tennessee, we're assuming. And Colorado.
Kentucky,
My brother's up in Nashville. So
New York.
We got kinfolk up in Tennessee. We got New York already,
But
didn't
we're
we?
not Tennessee fans. Sorry.
We got New York already, didn't we?
Yep. Virginia, North Carolina.
Look at that. I got one more
Louisiana, Texas.
one more flathead.
Minnesota.
He wasn't a giant, but he's what we got. Best eating size right there. Probably 3.5, 4 pounds. Something like that. You ain't getting no better than that one on a flathead. Ain't happening.
Indiana. Louisiana. Texas. Ravel, Louisiana.
Ravel?
Yeah.
Getting close, Ravel.
We got people from Hale.
Boy, y'all getting busy over at Ravel right now.
Yeah.
People from Hale's on there? Now?
Oh, they're from West Monroe.
West Monroe? Appreciate all of our locals. We've been running into, I don't know, bigger the channel gets, the more we run into like locals that say they like the channel, like what we're doing, appreciate us doing it, they're watching. So, I mean, we appreciate everybody, but I don't know, it's kind of cool or neat or whatever to run into the locals sometimes that support the channel. So, I don't know, we don't get to, I know the lives would do better if we were regular at it. Impossible for us to be regular at it. We ain't really been doing much that we could do live either. A lot of the stuff we do, I guess the trapping and stuff, we would do it live. We don't have enough signal there to do that. A lot of those locations. They're remote, out in the woods, too many pine trees. I mean, our lives cut off here at the house sometimes, and we got a tower within sight of the house. So, I don't know, we do best we can with that stuff. Especially outdoors. It's hard to go live outdoors. Unless you got a real good signal. Get out of here.
Thank y'all for all the prayers. It's still a recovery process.
Yeah, where is these flies coming from? It's cool this morning, and I guess they're out with a vengeance today. This afternoon. I don't know, y'all. See, look, y'all said I was the best y'all ever seen at cleaning fish. Look at that. Not on that one. I don't know. He done sit there and got cold or something. It normally don't pan out like that, but that's why you keep the catfish skinners with you. Keep them with you. What y'all want to see on the upcoming videos? What y'all think? I'm gonna before I even say what we're gonna do, I'm gonna let y'all say what y'all want to see on the upcoming videos. What y'all ready to watch? Cause we got 3 videos filmed right now. I don't know how we managed to do that, and Danielle being sick, but one we filmed before she got sick. We're probably gonna wait for next rabbit season for that one to come out. It was a rabbit trip. I just don't think it's gonna pull views
Turkey
right now.
hunt.
A turkey hunt. Oh my goodness. Woo. Y'all working on me. Who was that said that?
Back up there, Mike. Always praying for you. Love your flathead video. Thank you for the prayers.
Thank you for the prayers. She said.
Live scoping.
Live scoping. That's doable. And a really good time of
Canada in the house.
the year to do that. That's what I would like to do as soon as Danielle's better. I also wanted to do crappie with like shiners and bobbers, shiners and a court, like slip court rigs. You know, we thought about doing something like that, and I don't know. I guess I got the rest of my life to do some of these ideas, but we really ain't done that. The live scope, crappie we ain't done in a while. Yeah, we could probably throw one of those in here before too long. I don't know if we do good on the content. Danielle gets a little bit better. We might drop a few videos in the middle of the week, so there may be some bonus videos coming up. Especially a lot of times if we get 1 or 2 videos ahead, or, 2 or 3 videos ahead, we'll pull sometimes one of those videos and drop it on a Wednesday evening, like at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday. So that's a possibility. We do got a couple how-to videos that's gonna be probably coming out. Now it's time to go crawfishing. I don't know if we're gonna do the crawfishing just yet or not, because Danielle's like, I kind of feel guilty. Her issue to go in the hospital is stomach issue, and like she can't really eat spicy food and stuff right now, and she loves it. And I just wouldn't feel right about boiling crawfish, and which we could leave the pepper out of some or whatever and boil a small amount, but she's not gonna like it the same. She loves crawfish. She's wanting them now. I wouldn't feel right about eating crawfish in front of her. I'm just be honest with y'all. I don't even feel right, honestly, about eating.
Some people could care less.
Fried foods in front of her. So believe it or not, I've been actually like eating sauteed fish and seared fish. We've been eating a lot of pastas and stuff that kind of lighter cook that she could eat during all this time. So I've been kind of doing that, y'all know. But we're gonna get back to normal. She's gonna get better, and maybe she will. Hope, pray and hope.
Someone did say time for a crawfish trip. In time.
I'm gonna try to do a crawfishing video. If I had to go catch some and process them for us to make the crawfish nachos or something like that again, I don't know. Another one we ain't never done was crawfish boudin. We've never done that. That'd be a good one to do. Be crawfish boudin. Would be a good video probably. We've never done that. We've done it. We've made it. We never filmed it. That was probably before we started doing YouTube.
One said I would not do that either. That's your wife. Can't live without you.
No, I'm not going. But
it's like one of my favorite things to eat is crawfish.
On the other side of that is she's got to eat, like she's going to eat. So it's.
Right now it's been grits lately. That's kind of easy to eat. Rice. Bland. Think of bland.
I'm going to wash these first, or probably just get them on ice and come back and rinse them later, huh? That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Y'all see that? I'll come back and trim these out later. Look at that. That don't need trimming. That one I'll still trim it a little bit, but it's not bad. Not bad. That's our flatheads. Now time to move on to the buffaloes. Y'all know what we're gonna do with them? We're gonna need some crawfish bait. Thinking about going after a big alligator gar, so we can use some buffalo for that. We're gonna do some boneless strips. I'll actually show y'all tonight how to do that live. And of course we're cutting out some ribs. So that's...
You're gonna stay live tonight?
Huh?
You're gonna stay live tonight, or you talk about this evening?
This evening. Well, I meant this afternoon. So leave the camera set up like this for this view. We'll get
I don't
some.
think I would like crawfish without seasoning.
Yeah, crawfish. At least with crawfish, you would have to have the onions, lemon, like garlic, and salt. You'd have to have all that. It'd still be edible like that.
And I like my potatoes and Brussels sprouts.
It wouldn't be the same,
No.
though. It just wouldn't be. So our buffalo, if you ain't never seen us clean them, we do have some videos on cleaning them and all of that.
I can get some raccoon whenever I get better.
Oh yeah, yummy. What is going on here? Why is the knife not moving or something? I never had that much trouble cutting these, y'all. There it goes. I don't know what just happened then. Threw me for a loop. Maybe because I just don't normally go from the back end that way. We're going to get there, though. I fillet these just like a bass or anything. Like crappie or bass. Right through the ribs. Fillet the whole side off just like that on the buffalo.
So we are going to try something new
Tonight, yes. Thank for supper since we've been laying off the fried foods and stuff for her. And we're not going to do it live. Get any suggestions for videos?
Yeah, I've been reading them. Crawfish.
Oh, the crawfish.
Turkey.
I was going to say it's about the turkey. I used to actually turkey hunt a lot. And we lost all of our turkey hunt land in Louisiana. And it just got hard on us to turkey hunt. And then I just seemed to have to work like every opening week. And I didn't love it to the point that I was going to take vacation like a lot of people do to turkey hunt. That said, they moved the turkey seasons in Louisiana and Arkansas. I guess they moved them a little more forward than what they were because they had moved them back. And they were too far back. Like they'd done quit coming to calls and stuff by the time seasons opened. So I'm not sure. I know some people had pretty good luck last week or two turkey hunting different states and stuff. I don't know. We'll see. If I go, of course, we'll film it. But I know I've got to work the first 4 days of Arkansas's turkey season. And that's next week it opens. Next Monday, I think, or whatever, is when it opens. I got to work the first 4 days. And that's really the only place. I don't have anywhere in Louisiana to turkey hunt. If I had somewhere down here and there was turkeys on it, then I'd possibly hunt. But I'm not in any leases or anything in Louisiana where there's any turkeys at. So that's why I hadn't. Huh? A catfish coubillon. What we're gonna do, what we think we're gonna do and we've never done this, so it's gonna be a trial. But sometimes that's the way our videos go, because they're trial based. We're gonna smoke some buffalo on the pit. Maybe applewood smoked buffalo. I don't know.
We got an apple tree.
It's got to be good. Hickory's a little bitter. I think apple will be sweeter. Apple smoked buffalo I think it'd be good. Maybe like a whole side or something. I don't know if I'll do the bony part. Well, guess what? Y'all in luck, because guess what? We already filmed a bank pole fishing video. We've done filmed bank pole fishing. Today we filmed the hoop net fishing video, our first one in several months. First hoop net fishing one of the year. Bank pole fishing, filmed it last week. I ain't gonna tell y'all what we caught. Y'all probably see some posts on Facebook and stuff. If y'all ain't signed up on our Facebook, go to Bradley Smith or Google GC Outdoors, God's Country Hunting and Fishing will pop up. If you search any of that on Facebook, go over there and hit the follow button on Facebook. Follow us over there. What else? Go over to Bayou Bell Outdoors. Danielle, you've been posting some shorts and stuff on there.
Yep.
I've been seeing. So, she's at home right now. She's not working because she's been so sick. But she's posted a few shorts, stuff like that. So y'all go over there and subscribe to Bayou Bell Outdoors if you ain't already. What else we got coming? Oh, probably another hog trapping video. But no, we're really fixing to get into the fishing, y'all. Probably already filmed one bank pole fishing video. It's going to be good, to say the least. Probably going to go and film another one, maybe this weekend.
Special person went with you on that one.
Yeah, we got a special guest in the bank pole fishing video and the hoop net fishing video. Several guests in the hoop net fishing video. Chad's back in the boat this morning too, so he's back in a video. Got some people filling in kind of because Danielle's been, just really trying to get better, to be honest about it. It's too early to get her out. That's perfect size right there, y'all. Perfect one. I don't know why. This seems to work good. I always cut that bottom piece right there off of the buffalo before I fillet it. And then I come in up above the collarbone a little bit because there's a big heavy bone right in there to get into the good ribs where you would start cutting the ribs out. Y'all can see right there where I made my cut. And then turn and go back. Take the fillet off. You can't go real fast with this to get through them big ribs. You just gotta let that fillet knife do the work. Just let it take it off. That's all you can do. I've never been good at fleecing them like they clean them for a fish market and stuff. So pretty much why I've never sold a fish market, because if I did, they would have to buy them in the rough and they would have to clean them themselves. Pretty much why I've never sold a fish market.
Right.
Is that still a decent view?
Yeah.
Y'all getting that? I'm just taking these buffalo out one at a time. We got a pile of them, y'all.
Bank pole fishing. We got 162.
162 people. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming in and watching. I know people just now getting home from work.
Turtle hunting video.
Turtle. All right. Danielle, don't even know this, but I just talked, not calling no names, just talked to the turtle expert. One of the turtle experts in Louisiana. And we just talked about doing something on turtles. So that's a possibility. We might go after a big loggerhead. Like I said, I already know we're going to go after a big gar because I got a really good garfish recipe that we've been eating. We've been cooking it out of one of the ones we caught last year. And I really want to share that recipe, but I want it to kind of tie in with the gar fishing video. So we're going to go catch a big one, probably jug fishing, and cook it. It'll be a catch, clean, and cook gar fishing with jugs and cooking. Probably, I don't care how you cook you. I don't care how your grandma cooked your gar or anybody. This is going to be probably the best gar you ever eat in your life. One of the best. Danielle and me both. She's vouching for me. I ain't playing. Because I know some people got bad opinions on gar. Gar cooked like this going to be better than any chicken you've ever eaten in your life. Promise. Am I right?
I like gar. I don't like it cold.
No, I'm talking about the new recipe. We've tried it fried and everything else. Ain't bad. Gar balls ain't bad. I'm telling y'all, this recipe, it ain't gar balls. It's not fried. It's more healthy, and it's going to knock your socks off. Like, you're going to be surprised. I'm telling you, it's worth trying. Now, look, I can't promise. If you go down to your local fish market and you buy some gar that was chopped up, got bone in it and everything else, and been in the freezer for 6 months, I don't expect it to eat good. But I'm just saying, like, if you get your hands on some fresh alligator gar, uh, yeah. But we also cooked some flathead like it the other night, and it was good, but it wasn't as good as the gar. And I know, I just said that. I promise y'all it wasn't as good as the gar. We had some other fish eating experts even tried at camp this year, and they was like, you wasn't lying. It's legit. One of the better fish recipe that we're gonna have coming out. To be honest about it, and it's simple, easy, and quick. Takes literally, you're talking 5 minutes to cook this recipe. You good? I ain't getting that on you, am I?
I'm good.
Y'all had to excuse the water noise. Kind of got to keep that table cleaned off a little bit when I'm filleting these buffalo. Y'all can see once you fillet them, that's what they look like. This inner skin on the inner side of the ribs, all that'll come cleaned off. Just got the scales on the other side. We're gonna throw some on the grill tonight. I just hadn't decided. To me, I think if I leave it on the half shell, y'all let me know what y'all think. I don't think it's gonna be as good on the half shell because that's where your red line and your fat and everything is. And we might try a side filleted off with the red trimmed off of it a little bit, and we might try it 2 ways. Do one whole buffalo, try one on the half shell and one off the half shell. How about that? That way we know and we can tell y'all which one is better, or if the one on the half shell is just as good. Because the thing about cooking on the half shell, like redfish and stuff, you can lay this on the grill and it won't stick, you right? Because you got the shell. The other one, look, we've grilled fish a ton. You don't have to have it on the half shell. You can butter or oil your grill up and keep it kind of scraped loose, or you can put it on foil and do it like that. That's how Danielle likes to do it. And probably, I'm gonna be honest, I think that's gonna be the best way to cook it. Just probably trim it out, clean the whole side of buffalo, and we're gonna do it the bony part. You know, I'm sure Danielle, she'll probably want the ribs or whatever out of there, or me to trim the boneless part off once it's cooked. But we're gonna do the whole bony and everything, and just show y'all what it turns out like cooking it like that. We might put a little marinade on one.
Buffalo's bony.
And then the other, we might leave the marinade off of it. I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to cook in the upcoming net fishing video. We'll do
Sean
that.
says sounds best.
What, Sean?
Yeah.
Said it sounds best to what? To take the hide off?
Yeah.
I think that's what we're going to do. Take the hide off.
They want them filet.
Filet. What are we going to do? Filet them. What else we got coming up? We ain't made a lot of plans because we didn't know how well Danielle was going to.
Our plans, we're just going by the seat of our britches.
As soon as she's well enough, we're probably going to South Louisiana at some point too. And I don't know what we'll get into down there. I don't know if we'll wait until shrimping season, or if we may go before then, make a trip, do some crabbing and stuff. Crabbing and fishing, maybe.
We always get into something.
We'll find something down there. Might find some people down there to hang out with, who knows. Never know about us. Pretty sure we're going to pretty soon do some trot lines. Probably some trot lines, pool noodles, some of that kind of stuff. I'm trying to do some light stuff that ain't going to be real bad on Danielle.
I could not take that medicine. My body rejected it within 6 months.
Which one?
Humira.
Humira, yeah, Danielle didn't.
Yeah, it was bad.
Humira started working at first, and it worked for about 4 weeks, something like that, 4 or 5 weeks.
6 months.
Was it that long?
Yeah, and then yeah, that was bad. That was really
She rejected it, and
got down to 95 pounds.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
by the
rough.
time they got her lined out, she is on a new medicine now,
TVO.
Entivio.
Something like that.
Supposedly,
Friday.
supposedly a lot of people's on it. Ain't much secret to like her condition and all that. We talked about that in the 2 weeks ago video a little bit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the yo-yo fishing
With Milas.
with
and the
Milas.
game warden.
We got checked by the game with that video. Keith and Tara was in it. Vinny was in it. Redline Outdoors was in it. So 4 YouTube channels all together. If y'all see this live and didn't see that video and the other YouTube channels videos version of it, they're all a little bit different. Got the little twist on it.
Yeah.
Highly recommend going watching those videos. Ours has done well. Keith and Tara's has done pretty decent, and I think everybody's video did pretty well. So those were, I don't know, we kind of did that, and we've been talking about that for probably a year. Had it planned. Danielle was supposed to be in there, and leading up to it, she got sick, and we didn't cancel it because we thought she was going to get better, maybe get out of the hospital in time to go and just relax and chill at the cabin. And instead of getting better the week before, she got worse and went downhill, and she wasn't even out of the hospital till the following week after we filmed that video.
Yeah, a week later.
So I was about to lose my mind, even trying to keep my composure and make that video happen, because I was running, worried about her, back and forth to the hospital and back out there. And I don't even know if I slept that weekend, to be honest about it. Maybe a couple hours, but like, it was tough. That one was, you didn't see all that in the video, but
yeah, I still can't take Humira. My body rejected it. It built up antibodies to it. It does not work.
They can do, when they do her blood tests and stuff, they can see
what my medicines do.
if she's got antibodies to certain medicines, and they're pretty amazing technology now.
Definite, it will.
Humira's a no for her.
No.
She can't. It wouldn't do any good. I mean, she could take it, it wouldn't do any good.
It'd kill me.
And they wouldn't. I mean,
life insurance.
they wouldn't. No, doctors have to approve off on those medicines before insurance will cover it and all that anyway. So, I mean, knowing her history and that her body rejected it, her doctors never would approve on a medicine like that. But with like Crohn's and different things like that, they're constantly coming out with newer and newer medicines. And that's a good thing, because it's just like the Entivio, if maybe I'm pronouncing that right, if according to them, like if she built up antibodies to it, then there would be other medicines to take down the road or whatever. So I don't know, it's a life struggle, but we try not to
focus on it.
Yeah, we try not to focus on it all the time.
I know.
It don't keep her down, so I definitely don't let it keep me down. But she it's just a condition that you just live with. Both of us live with, and I mean, we go and do our thing. That's about it on that, ain't it?
You got questions? I don't mind answering.
Yeah, she'll answer. It's like not like we're not trying to hide nothing, anything like that. There's nothing really to hide. It's nothing that she did. Is you're born with that genetic or hereditary. Danielle's mama had it. We didn't know a lot about it, and she passed away not from that, from something else. But when she passed away, pneumonia is actually what she passed away from. But when she passed away, Danielle, you had not gotten sick yet. So when she got sick years after her mom passed away, we really didn't know much about it or what was going on, because her mom had never talked to her about her condition. So we were kind of left in the dark and had to learn a lot about it. And since, even after we posted that on the video, there's tons of people out here with that condition. Like those doctors, there's 6 or 7 doctors, nurse practitioners, PAs, and they were making rounds in the hospital, and like 14 days in there, and her doctor never could even get by to see her. Like, that's how busy they are. with those type conditions and stuff just in our area. So there's a lot of it. That's all we know about it, to be honest about it.
It's all good.
I probably covered it. Should let her talk about all that, but
I'm good. Y'all got questions though? I'll answer.
don't mind. We appreciate the questions, the comments, the likes, the shares, all that good stuff.
Bradley's back on them buffaloes.
Woo, y'all talked me into it. I don't know what I was thinking. I really, truth of the matter is, y'all been on me about baiting net, hoop nets. Why don't I bait my hoop? We get so many questions on. That's probably our biggest question of all time on hoop nets is, why don't you bait, or do you bait, or what do you bait with? What happens if you bait? Like, we get a lot of that. I mean, I don't even tons of it. Well, if you bait, I'm not gonna even talk about what to bait with and all that. You're gonna have to come watch the video. Probably that one. Which one y'all want first? Cause I ain't started editing either one. Y'all want the hoop net baiting for buffalo, or do y'all want the bank pole video? Which one y'all want this Sunday? I'll let y'all decide on the live. Y'all comment and say which one y'all want, and whichever one we get the most votes on, that's which one we gonna do Sunday.
Bradley, are you a fabricator?
I'm not per se a fabricator, but I can fabricate. I used to be in maintenance. That I was a mechanic. I don't know what you call it. I was multi-craft is what I was. I was electrician and mechanic all at the same time. And we had to build stuff. Matter of fact, this table right here I built years ago. Been cleaning fish on this thing for 30-something years. But I about need a new one. But I fabricate. Our house, I built our house. Me, Danielle, and my dad built our house. Pretty much everything on it. I didn't put the shingles on it, but I decked it and put tar paper on it. I didn't brick it, but I framed it, wired it, plumbed it, all of that stuff. We hired the insulation done, hired the concrete finished, but I framed up the slab.
It's a tie going on right
Huh?
now.
A tie?
Yes.
Yeah, I did the form and everything on our house. Pretty much. I did about 80% of the work on our house. I've done a lot of stuff. I ain't really like no pro at it. I just start doing it and do it. Once you start, you can't stop. Then you got to finish. Do I want to build another house though? No, I'm done with that. We ever have to build another house and let somebody else do that?
I'm getting a double wide and be happy with it.
No, if we had to do it over again or something happened to our house and we had to build another one, we would do a pole barn.
We ain't doing it again.
We would do a pole barn and pay it done. Like, I would finish out some of the inside.
No.
But I would do the pole barn. That way we'd have a shop and then a side house and all in one is what I would do. Me personally.
I'll buy a house already built.
Or like Danielle said, buy one already built. I couldn't go through building a house again. It'd probably finish me off. It probably took 10 years off my life building that one.
20 on mine.
No, actually me and you got along pretty good during the house building. They say if you wanna get a divorce from your wife, build a house. That didn't really happen with us. We made it fine together. Me and everybody else didn't make it fine. But it is what it is. It was my house and I knew how I wanted it. If there was any issues, it was because people wanted me to do it a different way than I wanted to do it. Or take shortcuts, and I didn't want to take shortcuts. Just wasn't something I liked to do. We did it once. I think we moved in when I turned 30. but I don't care nothing about building no houses. I don't mind building a deer stand. I'll do that.
Thank you for watching, Preston.
Who? Preston? What'd he say?
Do you ever fish for skipjack or catfish bait?
No, if I did, or if I need catfish bait and don't have it, I would just throw a cast net, try to catch some shad or skipjack or whatever in a cast net. There's some, like the mouth of some creeks and stuff.
Is buffalo like carp?
No. I don't think so. Buffalo is not carp. They're not the same fish. I will say this. The taste of buffalo and the Asian carp, or the jumping carp, not the big head because I ain't tried them, but the jumping one, the Asian carp, they kind of taste similar if you cut the red meat out of the Asian carp. It's got a really dark red meat line on it, but a really white, flaky texture meat that's a lot like buffalo, got the same bony pattern in it. We tried some ribs and stuff. We did that in one of our videos last year. Y'all have to go back and find that video, and I'm gonna tell y'all, you couldn't hardly tell. You couldn't tell no difference between it and buffalo. To me, buffalo is a little more oily, you know. So the people that really like buffalo, they're gonna pick up on that and know that that other fish is a little drier textured. But it wasn't bad fish, I'm gonna tell you.
I gotta find that. How many scales do you dig out of your beard after you've done those buffalo?
Scales? No, ain't no scales in there. No scales.
The Asian carps have big rib bones like buffalo.
Yes, they do have big rib bones. You can cut the ribs out just like a buffalo and eat those. But I'll say this on the Asian carp. You know, the things are like, I got some with a bow fishing last year, and if they get on top of the water again this year, me and Danielle's we'll go film another bow fishing video hunting those again, because that was pretty fun. They're huge, they're everywhere. Yeah, that was a pretty fun deal. We got our bows set up now, mine and hers both. We ready this year if it happens. I had to go.
I just gotta work out more.
Yeah, she's gonna have to build her strength back up, get ready. Yeah, Milas wanted her to pick him up today. She couldn't pick him up, so.
That's whenever you know I'm better, is whenever I can pick him up.
She's doing good right now to be walking around and stuff. Just being honest with y'all, like, she'll get tired and stuff.
What about jig
quick.
fishing for crappie, old school, while they are still spawning?
Jig fishing for crappie? I could do like some treetop jig fishing, old school. Treetops and around cypress trees and stuff. Yeah, I can catch them like that. The only thing I can tell y'all, you know, if we go and do a video like that, the problem we've had with our crappie videos is if you're not using live scope or whatever and you're just fishing, I'm not sure there's enough visual there for people to really watch the video very long. I don't know how to, you know, we've tried that a few times. I think we got to make it exciting with a cork or something for people to watch it. It's not like, yeah, you might watch it and there's going to be 5,000 or 6,000 people to watch it, but I'm just being honest with y'all. If our videos don't pull but a 5,000 or 6,000 views, it's not doing what we expect it to do. We need our videos to pull 10,000 views minimal to even break even with us going and doing all this stuff.
Do we eat Asian carp? We have.
Yes.
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. We ate Asian carp last summer. I'd put it right beside buffalo. I think buffalo's just a little bit better. Asian carp, you know, if buffalo's a 9 out of 10, and it is, fixed right, this size, it is, to me. Asian carp's about a 7 out of 10. Like, it's very edible. No joke. Like, if you got one, try it. They do stink. They smell bad. But I ice them down good. I ice it down. If one jumps in your boat or something, ice it down good. That'll kind of keep some of that stench off of it. And then clean it and get the skin and all off. Get rid of all that, because that's what stinks. It's not the meat. It ain't what stinks. Get rid of that and get it on ice and get all the red meat off of it. Cut the ribs out. Cut them up like buffalo ribs. And then the other is very, very bony. It's like buffalo, same way. You can do the boneless strips like we do the buffalo if you want. Or you could probably, we did not try this, you could probably pressure cook it and do patties out of it, or like kind of like gar balls, you do carp balls or carp patties out of it, like salmon patties. Would probably be good.
I don't know why it's doing that, but yeah, your camera's trying to focus and refocus for some reason.
Mine's trying to focus.
Focus and refocus.
Did it stop? Or
No. Yeah,
kinda.
kinda.
I think I got so many up here on the table, I'm gonna have to fillet them off and throw them fillets in the ice.
This must be what it's doing. It's trying to focus on him.
Probably. Let me get these cleaned up out of the way. I got a lot of buffalo to do, y'all.
Let's see.
I don't know if I'll be able
Asian
to.
carp. Eating crawfish without seasoning is like taking a shower fully clothed. Just don't work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we agree. We
I pray
agree.
that God will send his blessings down on y'all, that your cup will overflow.
To be honest with you, our cup already overflows.
Yeah.
We're blessed anyways.
Absolutely.
Not with money, but I'm just being honest. As long as we ain't late on our bills, we don't need no money. Ain't worried about it. We don't chase that, not in life. This is what we chase, is just what we chase is what's on the channel. Just enjoying the outdoors and God's creation.
Lip ripping crappie at the Alabama landing is fast paced.
Lip ripping?
Yep.
Well, surely you've seen some of our videos where we did that on the river, and we have done that. But yeah, we can. I'm gonna tell you the problem with that right now. Here's the deal. I normally hammer the crappie on the river, but we have this problem I've mentioned in some of our other videos and stuff, where the Columbia locks and dam has a leak or something, and they're trying to keep this river low where they can start working on it and fix it, or either it's leaking so much. We hadn't had much rain. The river is really low, the lowest I've ever seen it in my life this time of the year. It's not coming up unless we get a lot of rain. I guess that leak under that dam is very bad. I'm not sure. But for whatever reason, they don't, I think also they don't want, maybe they're letting a lot of water through it because they don't want it to come up, because it'll have more pressure and just the more damage it's going to do till they can get it, the hole plugged or fixed or whatever. There was even talk about building a new dam, so I'm not sure what the Army Corps of Engineers is going to do with that whole situation, but it's really changed our fishing. And here's why it does it, because in the summertime, normally when the river goes to falling, as long as we're getting some rain and they're letting a little out, it falls slow, right? So those water levels get right for the crappie, and we go in there and do really, really well. But within a few days, it drops out of each hole, and you're going to the next hole. We can really find those crappie in 5 or 6 different places in about a 2-week span. And right now, it's not even in those places. We can't even get the boat into the places that we normally catch a lot of crappie. And in the river, there's just current, and it's all muddy. It's just really not that great of conditions where we can get to. So it's, the crappie are there. I'm not saying they're not there. It's just we got a really hard time pinning them down right now. Short of fishing in the river, which really ain't our style of fishing treetops. I don't really fish a lot of treetops anymore. So that's our problem with trying to do a video on the river right now in crappie. it'd have to come up. And last year when it fell out, I'm telling y'all, like between my work schedule, I didn't even like it was done, to the spots and gone. Like I ain't had time to get there and fish them. So if we do it, I got a few lakes. We did film on a lake last year, me and Big Larry, and Danielle hadn't been to that lake. I'd like to take Danielle over there. That's a really nice lake. We got some lakes that we fish that we ain't been to in 2 years that are good.
One of them's my favorite.
Yeah.
So she's gonna have to take a weekend with just me and him.
Yeah, we might have to rent a cabin or something on that one and go fish it.
A little getaway.
We can do that. It ain't Darbone. I'll rent
Even though Darbone is great and the cabins there are amazing, we've rented them several times. If y'all didn't see that, Lake Darbone, you get on it's a website you can get on for the cabins for the state parks and everything, and you just pick your cabin, and the cabins are great.
We did have a good time at the cabin, and Danielle missed it, so I told her that when she got well enough, we will go back and rent the cabin again and do it all over again. So I'm not sure it'll be yo-yos. The hot summertime, we don't really do yo-yos, so if it's a little bit later and we do that, it might be pool noodles or it might be crappie fishing. We can crappie fish all summer long on Darbone. So it might be something like that we go do. Might do something off the wall like trolling for crappie or something. We could do something like that possibly. We have trolled for crappie and done really well. We have never done that on Darbone. So I don't know. We might could throw something different in there. Trot line, something.
You won't be disappointed in any of their cabins. All of them are good. They're all the same.
Yeah, all the cabins at the state park
They're all the same.
are at Darbone. I hadn't been to the other one, so I really don't know on them, but all the cabins at Darbone are the same. They're identical. I think the same floor plan and everything,
yes.
So they're nice.
Changed. We've rented them for several years.
If you haven't seen the cabin and you didn't see our video, you can go back and watch the video from 2 weeks ago, and we show the cabin in the video. Sorry, girl. Woo.
He's trying to get the fish out of the way so the camera stopped trying to focus on the fish as much. If it's still doing that.
Trying to get these ribs clean. I'm not trying to get them spick and span, but I'm trying to get them clean enough, or actually it's the whole sides, that I can put them on ice. I don't know how long we'll stay live, but y'all can let me know what y'all think. Is there another one in nice? This one's sharp. I really don't want to dull it, but I thought I had 2 of them. Maybe I don't. Just cleaning that right there, and I'll spray it off with water. But y'all can see that film on the inside of those buffalo ribs. I'm just scraping like most of that off. Right now is all I'm doing on those. I'll go ahead and get these whole sides clean, so when we get ready to cut the ribs out and all that, I'll come back and do them all at the same time, clean them up. But it's easier to get them as clean as possible right now. That way I'm not getting all that down in my ice and stuff right now. This much fish, I'll probably hook up my fish washing bucket and let them all rotate in that fish washing bucket, I'm sure. What's our vote looking like on what video we're gonna do?
Looks like hoop nets.
Hoop nets?
Yes.
Hoop nets over bank poles?
They are very close. But yeah, it looks like hoop nets.
Y'all wanna see the hoop net video first? If y'all ain't voted, cast your vote. Hoop nets or bank poles?
For next video.
Hoop nets gonna be primarily buffalo. Bank poles gonna be primarily flatheads. So y'all let me know. Let us know. Cast your vote. Whichever one in this comment section has the most, that's what y'all getting next Sunday. Y'all can tell everybody y'all control what content we make.
But we keep it real. 100%.
Oh,
He just walked off from y'all.
it's still real. Really real.
Yeah.
Trying to get something where I could just scrape this off the table and get rid of it.
Bank poles is coming in now hot.
Bank poles coming in hot.
Wire catfish traps.
Oh no, not the wire catfish traps. We did so many of the wire catfish traps. The choices for next week is
Bank poles or hoop nets?
bank poles or hoop nets. Those two are filmed already. We've already filmed them. All we got to do is the cooking section. We've already filmed them. So y'all let us know which one y'all want, bank poles or hoop nets. That's which one I'll put out front.
Definitely thankful for all the prayers. I feel better than I did a week ago. It's still a process. It's still there.
She's still sick, but she's better.
If that makes sense.
I'll show y'all real quick. I don't know if I do all these or not. I'll show y'all real quick what these buffalo slabs gonna look like once I get them done. I just take, you can see there's a little bit of skin on that side of that fillet. I take them skinners and remove all that skin, what's left. It's not much on there, but there's a little bit. Now if I was gonna use the meat for cut bait, for trot line, or
I like to know which catfish is better, flathead, channel cat, or blue. Flathead. Riley's gonna say channel. I say flat.
Danielle says flathead, and that's what most people are gonna say, flatheads.
If we're doing catfish is not my favorite.
I'll take this buffalo over catfish myself.
I'll take a brown.
I'll take this buffalo over catfish any day. But if we're doing catfish, I'd rather have channel cat. Danielle rather have flathead. So, all right. So there's that fillet, whatever you want to call it. It's clean and ready to go. Y'all see the inside of the ribs don't have that black anymore. You can spray that off with water. I'll throw all them on ice once I get them cleaned up. I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna get the camera off. I don't know, I feel like today I'm leaving more, maybe because I'm talking, like I'm leaving more skin on them
Gotta focus.
than what I normally do. But yeah, and I may hit them again with a water hose, but that's pretty clean right there.
What about the bloodline?
I trim the bloodline out myself. Some people don't. Some people like the taste of it.
Flathead all day, unless from South Arkansas, they say buffalo. better.
I like buffalo better than catfish myself. I take them buffalo ribs and the boneless, y'all. If y'all ain't seen the boneless, oh my goodness. Now that Danielle will probably take over the catfish too. The boneless buffalo, it's as good as anything in the water. Buffalo's different. That's the thing I think that makes buffalo so good, is it tastes like nothing else in the water. Like it's a really flaky texture. It gets a bad rap because it's bony.
Yes, there's a big bowl right here.
What you got?
They asked if this was a big bowl. It is.
That?
Yep.
That's a big old stainless bowl.
Big.
Is it in the way or something?
No, just asking about it.
Big old giant bowl.
Hello from Tennessee. We've had over 200 in there.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank y'all for all the likes and the hearts. I see the hearts.
Jumping on the live. Danielle said we had over 200 in there at one time.
Yep.
You still got 191 people in there, y'all. That's
Prayers up for you, Danielle. We hope and pray you're doing. God bless. Thank y'all. Each day it's getting better.
I think I'm just gonna rinse these off for now and get them on ice. That way I'm not like, and just clean them up later. Just get like the scales off of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank y'all for the prayers. It means more than what we can actually say. I mean, I can't even tell y'all how much it means.
I get to the last two of these, I'll cut them up. Because I know some people are gonna end up, new people that come on, sign on, and some of y'all end up leaving. So I'll cut up some of these just so y'all can see how we cut them up. I'll show these last two. I'll clean the table off and everything. And we'll change the camera angle and I'll show y'all on this one right here how we clean that up and everything. So the first thing I'm gonna do, like I said, y'all see this skin that's left on there. I'm gonna remove that. I just take my catfish skinners. Seems to always skin best if you start like on the front of the fillet and pull toward the tail. To me, it seems to do better. If you pull the wrong way, your meat will start tearing, and you'll see it tear. You'll know it that you're pulling the wrong way. So, like the skin's off of it now. We'll go ahead and do this one. When you're doing these buffalo with the electric knife, you don't get all the skin off of it most of the time. But like I said, you can take them skinners. You see there's some right here. I'll just grab it right there. Pull it right off of there. Grab it a little bit lower. I'll jump back. Y'all give me just a second. Y'all comment whatever you want to do. We'll jump back on there and let her. I know she just let me talk because I can see her looking at me behind me. I can sense it. I know there's.
I'm not looking at him right now.
I know there's some comments that I.
No, we've done good. I've been answering them.
Probably am interrupting.
Y'all got any questions or comments? Ask us.
So see there, that one's clean. And then all of this, I'm gonna hit this with a water hose, but I'm gonna do it away from the phone because I know it's loud.
Where's the big margarita? Paint the bowl.
A what?
A big margarita.
So look at that. That quick. Water hose, that's all it takes. That's the quickest, easiest thing to get rid of all that. Is just Hit it with a water hose. That one's ready to cut up. All right. There'll be a little bit after you get done washing them. Always just take the skinners. Anything that's left, take that out. Any fat or whatever, you can kind of scrape it out with a knife. Get it out of there. That's fine. To that condition right there. Now, y'all give me just a second. I'm gonna move that.
Does the blood, does this make a difference in taste?
The red line, yes, it makes a difference in taste. Y'all talking about this right here? Does that make it taste different? Absolutely. But that said, some people like the taste of that. Some people don't. Hey, it ain't focusing because I got water on the lens, is it?
I don't know.
It quit doing it?
It's been doing it a little bit.
All right.
Every now and then.
Y'all give me a second. It might be because there's water on the camera lens.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I see a little
Y'all just
split.
give me a second. All right.
Here,
Maybe that's better. Oh. Buffalo scales stopping our drain up.
still getting bank poles coming in hot.
Hey, whichever one y'all want first, that's what'll come this week. Bank poles or hoop nets. Bait and hoop nets for buffalo, or bank poles for flathead catfish.
Okay, thank
Which one
you
y'all
for
want?
showing us how to clean the buffalo. Me and my father run hoop nets. We are always after the catfish and we'll give the buffalo away, but I always heard they are delicious. They're
Oh
good.
my goodness.
They're good.
You giving the
Keep you a
wrong
couple.
you giving the wrong fish away. Y'all should be keeping the buffalo and giving the catfish away. All
Hi,
right.
everyone, Bradley. How's my sister Danielle doing?
Who is that?
Getting better each day.
Who is that?
Still change addresses if you need to know. That's the name on here. Each day getting better. When I'm not feeling good, I like spicy food. Well, I'm on some medicine right now that really wants me to
She
eat.
can't eat the spicy foods.
But I know I can't eat that stuff. So
Let me see what I can do for y'all on this. I'm moving the camera, y'all. Trying to get y'all closer where y'all can see what I'm doing. Oh,
yes,
let me see here.
I'd rather eat the flatheads any day. Hoop nets, flats.
How do I get this? I don't know. See,
Looks good.
there's an X, but I'm afraid that's like getting off the live. I don't know. Do on this filet.
Albert.
I'm fixing to show y'all right here how to do this filet. Is that pretty good right there? And yes, y'all go ahead and make comments on my dirty table. I scrubbed this with soap and Dawn and water a while ago, and a scrub pad, and it still didn't come off. So bank poles, I see bank poles popping up.
Yep.
So there's the filet. Danielle, tell me if that filet is in the picture good.
Give it just a minute. It's focusing in.
We got about a 2 or 3 second delay, y'all, from me talking and doing what I'm doing to.
See it?
Oh yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna fix this one up. So, right here, y'all can see that's the big end of them ribs, and y'all can see this white membrane in here on the inner side of them ribs. So to cut these ribs out, I'm gonna come right around here, basically go straight down through the fillet, and then here I'm gonna hug this white really well, because if you get back into here, you're getting into those little bones right back into here. See, y'all watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this in kind of slow motion here. I'm basically going right down through there. I'm actually turning the knife in just a little bit, so I get about the middle of that red line down in here. Because your lateral line, right, it runs right down between the fillet there. And then once I get to here to stay out of them little bones, I'll lay that knife like at about that angle right there. And if you hit those little bones, you're going to feel them. Like I felt one right then, so I moved in a little bit farther. So that right there has no little bones in it. And that's your buffalo rib. So we'll do the rib first. And I'll take this, show y'all right here. And yeah, most of the time, if you're buying buffalo ribs, they leave this on there. One, that's weight. And a lot of people, I'm telling y'all, a lot of people, I even have, back when I was selling some buffalo, I would have people tell me, don't cut the red meat off. Don't cut the fat off. This is the fat and red line. A lot of people like that strong taste. It's a stronger taste, and some people like it. Me, I like the cleaner taste. To me, I just call it a cleaner taste. I can't really say it's cleaner, but I like the cleaner taste. So I just take it just like that and trim that off. I'm not losing nothing but a little bit of that red meat. That's it. There's our rib. And then to cut this up, it's pretty simple. To cut this up, I'm going to come about 3 or 4 ribs down, right in there. Once you get that knife, these ribs are so heavy in here. If you've never ate buffalo ribs, these are big bones. If you have eaten them, you know what I'm talking about. You'll come about 3 or 4 sections of ribs, slide that knife in there, and it will go right through at an angle without cutting into them ribs. Now, look, I'm going to go on and say it. I know some people are commercializing this, and, you know, they're getting paid, so they're in a hurry doing these ribs and stuff, but I see some people, ain't calling no names, I see some people online cutting these out. You can cut them out better yourself because they look pretty sloppy. But y'all look at that. They ain't getting no prettier than that right there. You got about 4 or 5, depending on how wide you cut them. You could cut 2 ribs or 3 or 4, however big you want them. That one there, you probably could have cut it a little smaller, but that's fine. That'll fry up nice. And we add mustard now as a binder because this side won't even hold cornmeal or fish fry mix. We add mustard, and that's the only binder we use. Mustard doesn't burn like hot sauce tends to burn. Hot sauce has a lot of water in it, and to me it tends to burn. So that's your buffalo ribs right there. And right now on the market, those ribs are getting and they can see that good, right? They're getting anywhere from $6 to $8 a pound for these buffalo ribs right now. And y'all can see, I mean, it's a lot of work into cleaning these buffalo. I get it. Like, I get it. I understand why it costs that much. Now, this. So you do a couple things here. I'll do this a couple different ways so y'all can see it. Very, very bony. Right in here, those bones go in and they run back that away. And they're thick right here, enough that you can feel them. You can actually probably see them. You can see the knife jumping off of them right there. You see the base of those bones. Those bones go back in. I wish I could pull one out, but it's just not going to pull out. I don't think one's going to pull out. No. Those bones go into like this finger, and it's like a jillion of them sticks out. What I like to do here is take this and just split it down this red line. If I'm doing this for me, this is what I'm fixing to do, y'all. Down here, I can cut a boneless section, and I will feel when my knife, I don't try to cut all the way through, I'll feel my knife touch those bones, and when it touches those bones right in here, I'm laying it over and turning it. That is boneless. This, you can do whatever you want with it. It doesn't matter to me. You can use it for crawfish bait. You can grind it up, make patties, not my favorite way. You can pressure cook it, make patties, and it's fantastic. That's my favorite way to do this bony part. You can use it for trot line bait. You can go catch a gar with it. Whatever you want to do. I'm not sure. I ain't decided yet what we're going to do with them. This, we're going to get another boneless, 2 more boneless pieces out of this piece. And here's how we're going to do it right here. There's our bones right there. We're going to come right in beside them and just score it all the way to about right here, because them bones for some reason turn high in here. So I'm going to score it to right there. And I'm going to let that knife lay over a little bit. Follow those bones. And once I get like right back in here, you can almost, it ain't quite straight down, but it's like down at an angle, a pretty good angle clip there. And you're getting a pretty big piece of boneless buffalo. Right, y'all look at that strip right there. That is as fine a eating as anything in the water, I can assure you. And that had a little bone there in it, so I just took that off. But that is fine right there. I mean, I'm telling y'all, I'll put that with crappie, anything in the water. You got another one on the inner side. I just flipped this around. This is a big end. This is a tail end. Maybe I got that where y'all can see it. I'm coming right on the other side of them bones, and I'm doing the same thing, making another score all the way down that fillet. Same thing. I've got to turn that knife as I hit them bones, and they run a little shallower on this piece. So you get a pretty good little boneless strip, but it's not as thick. It's like, well, man, that's a lot of work. Well, I mean, it might be a lot of work, but that's a man. I'm telling y'all right now, that fish right there is worth $10 a pound to me. If I was buying it, that's top tier eating right there. So I got 3 boneless strips. These are not boneless. If you wanted to fry this, you would want to tear it. You could do something like score it, like this right here. You could score it where you didn't clip the bone, and then tear it, like literally take and tear it. That way you're not getting into those. That's how long those bones. I can feel that bone right here going all the way back to here. That's how long those bones are. I wish I could get one of them out of there to show y'all. That bone goes from here, and it's got like these little hair-looking fingers on it. They're crazy. If you fried and eaten buffalo, you know what I'm talking about. But it is very, very bony. There it is. I got one out of there. Y'all check that out. Like that thing, it fingers out down here into these little bitty pieces. And them little pieces go all the way out to here, to the edges of that. That's what's holding that meat together. Down here, it's just like one bigger piece of bone. But there's like a jillion of them in each one of those pieces. But you can pressure cook these about, what was that, Danielle? Was it 2 hours?
It was quite a while.
The meat don't come apart as bad as you think, but you're making patties out of it anyway, so it really don't matter. You can do that, and that's some of the best eating right there. You don't even have to trim the red out of it if you're pressure cooking it that way. Put some liquid crab oil or something on there. But those 2 right there are my picks out of buffalo, is the boneless and the ribs. Like I said, this, you can fry it just like that, or you can use it for trot line bait, crawfish bait, gar bait, hog bait, I don't know, whatever you want to do with it. I just threw one of them on the ground. By accident, sorry. So, real live speed. I'll show y'all what happens here. This is about how I would do it real live speed. I'm going to speed up, do the same thing.
So while you're doing that, I'll read over.
Yep, go ahead.
Which fish do you prefer when making fish tacos? Fish tacos sounds so good.
Fish tacos?
Oh, yeah.
Any.
I probably would say...
That right there, that buffalo would make the best fish tacos you ever eat.
Be good.
If you fried that, and did like our sour cream recipe with flour, and then put that crunchy fried buffalo in a taco, oh my goodness.
That would be good.
That would be the best.
And you can even make fish tacos without frying fish.
That would, I'm telling y'all, be the ultimate fish tacos would be buffalo. And that may be something we have to do.
Oh yeah, sounds good.
I mean, Danielle, is that possible? That I mean, we said we was gonna do
I can do mine without
buffalo on the
mine.
grill, but we're gonna have 2 net runs, so we're probably gonna have 2 ways. Do
Well, one
we want to do tacos instead? What would y'all rather see
one
us do?
said win-win. Bank poles are more exciting to watch, but the tips and the execution you give fishing nets is top notch. I'll be there to watch both. Win-win.
Oh, we know y'all gonna watch both, but I just thought it'd be cool to let y'all decide for a
Still get it
change
back and forth.
what video. We'll have to go back. Y'all didn't get so many comments. We'll have to go back and count to see. Like right now, we don't even know which one was more popular. I don't think. Do you get any idea, Danielle? You think?
It almost looks like bank poles.
She thinks bank poles may have it. So either way, both of them are coming. What do y'all think on the cooking? Y'all want to see buffalo fish tacos, or y'all want to see buffalo smoked buffalo? What y'all think on that? I'll let y'all decide.
Bradley, back in the late 90s, I was commercial fishing carp and buffalo at $1.25 per pound. Now the price is ridiculous.
In the rough, I don't know where you're at, but in the rough, in Louisiana, the price hasn't changed in 40 years,
I know you told me where you
30
were.
years that I know of. And I'm gonna be honest, fillets ain't changed much. Fillets has changed a little bit, but in the rough hasn't changed because there's just no market for it. Nobody wants to clean fish.
Fish tacos, fried ribs, Nebraska.
Fish tacos, or who's in Nebraska?
The about the commercial fishing.
Oh, Nebraska.
Albert. Yeah.
Albert?
Yep.
Is that Albert up at Omaha? Albert Senior? Is that who that is? What's it say?
Changing addresses.
Yeah, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Is that my barbecue man up there? Albert?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the cook right there. He know how to cook these buffalo. How would you cook them? You done seen me cut up. I got these boneless strips. I got the bony pieces, and I got the ribs. How would you cook them? If you had them tonight, how would you cook them? What do you think? Think we should try them smoked on the grill? I know fried. Now, we can't cook them fried because Danielle can't eat fried yet.
And I actually gave up fried.
So what would be the other way? Smoked applewood smoked on the grill. Fried taco. No, we couldn't do fried, so it would have to be, hers would have to be grilled or sauteed. But
It said deep fried or smoked.
think smoked on the grill? I'm thinking like,
Could you soak it? Talking about the buffalo.
I'm thinking take like these whole sides like this, and maybe marinate one. Maybe try one with a dry rub, and applewood smoke that whole side on the grill is what I think. I think that needs to be tonight's supper.
Fish tacos. You can have fish tacos tomorrow.
That's where I'm at, y'all. I got to get the filet.
Fish tacos. Applewood or sauteed.
Applewood. I'm gonna tell you, I think the applewood. I've never done that with buffalo. I've done it with other fish, and we've been curious about grilling buffalo. I think the oil will keep it from sticking and everything. Like I think it's gonna be legit.
So
I could be wrong.
trying to find my comment.
I got enough to gamble. I can try it. I got plenty. I'm gonna start knocking some sides back off, y'all. Let me see
I
here.
trust you on the buffalo. My granddad and dad and uncles used to grill.
You want to see
Used to gill net.
a clean one? Get filleted
Probably interrupting my comment.
filleted close up. Do this one close up.
soaking like gar to dissolve the bone.
I don't know how gar is. What do you mean? I ain't never soaked no gar to dissolve no bone. Our gar recipe is gonna be boneless gar, like taking the loin out is what our gar recipe is gonna be.
When you drop those bony pieces through a mixing riser, like
No, not for me. You can't. We tried grinding them last year, and the patties. I'm just being honest. Like it worked, but it wasn't a fine enough cut on those bones. Like you could still feel the bones grinding between your teeth. You wasn't gonna choke on them.
He said,
but it was almost like eating chalk.
Okay, he said, now I smoke carp and buffalo with scales on.
Who said that?
Albert.
Albert said that?
Correct.
Well, I don't know on the scales on or off which one would be better. I typically like to go scales off, but I wouldn't be against trying. I mean, we fired a grill up. We can try one each way and just see how it pans out. So that's the close-up. I'll zoom back out where y'all can see what's going on now. Sorry about that. We lost a few people, but we had a lot on here earlier.
Yeah, we've had over 200.
We had over
Thank y'all for joining us.
Over 200.
We've been cleaning buffalo. Had a couple of flatheads earlier.
Are you in there now? Well, you'll have to tell me in a minute. I think so.
You're zoomed out pretty big.
Well, I'm going to zoom back in some.
Man. Paint poles. The scales keep flavor. Remember, you're only inside.
You can tell me if that chopped my head off. I don't know if I did or not. Bank poles is running away with it, y'all. Flatheads and bank poles.
You're in there.
Huh?
You're in there.
Pretty good right there.
Yeah. I think they want to see bank poles.
Looks like bank pole is gonna get it, y'all. What Danielle's saying, that's fine. That's what we originally planned. I filmed the bank pole. Excuse me, I gotta get something to drink. Y'all look at that cup. Ooh. I filmed the bank poles before the HoopNet video, anyways.
Come on.
Hey, if you was, I'd let you smoke the buffalo tonight. you could have the grill going while I was cleaning the rest of them, because I'm gonna be a while. I'm not gonna be able to stay live for all of this, y'all. There's no way. I'm on a 70 quart right now. Been talking a bunch. I'd be faster if I'm not talking, but that's fine. Didn't mind. I ain't got to work tonight or nothing. But I got a 150 quart ice chest full of these to dress too. And I give a 70 quart ice chest away. Tried to get him to take more, but he said no. That he had all he wanted. So be it.
Bradley and Danielle, I sure love watching y'all. We're thankful that y'all like them.
Go live very much, but our hatting during the winter, a lot of time we're not at home. Be honest with y'all, like when we're hunting and stuff,
we're at home.
We're at camp, but we don't really a lot of times have anything to really get. I don't know. We're not gonna go live and just sit in front of the camera and talk. Like that's just not us. So to me, I just feel like we gotta be doing something. Seems like the fish cleaning lives do fairly decent. People will watch and engage with us on it, ask questions and stuff. Kind of like a topic. So that's just, we'll do this as we're cleaning fish and stuff this spring and summer. Sorry we're getting started a little later, but somebody was in the hospital a few days, so that's part of it. But it wasn't all that. We were already going to fish the hoop nets later this year because we always fish them early, and it's like I burn out too early. And by the time the catfish really start running good, which hadn't happened yet, I'm like, don't even want to fish hoop nets anymore. So we waited.
Hopefully it's inside.
We wanted to wait till about April. What about a nighttime crappie fishing video? We did one of those 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and it didn't do great. But we hadn't done it in a while. We could do a nighttime crappie fishing video. It's that time of the year.
Buffalo to me are better than carp, but again, the bigger they are, the better they taste to me.
The bigger?
Yeah.
Who said that?
Albert.
Albert? Yeah. I don't know if I'm with you on that one, Albert. But I know what you're saying because I've had other people say that. To me, that's not my favorite. I like these razorbacks, which this one is a rooter. It's not a razorback. I like the razorbacks. That's that one. And you can see the difference. Look how white that meat is. Look how this one's darker, right? Because that's a little rooter. It's not a razorback. So, smaller ones are okay, but they do have a little bit different taste or flavor. Some people call them a big mouth buffalo, or like the official name. I think one of them's a big mouth buffalo and a small mouth buffalo or something. So we call them like rooters and razorbacks. But
okay, do y'all have an in-depth video on tying up the rope to the wire net?
Yes, we do. Yes.
I didn't get to it.
It's on the thumbnail. Like if you go to our videos or go to the main page of our channel, click on video. Look at there'll be a right under our picture and all. There'll be a header. Go to videos and scroll down until you see the thumbnail. The net building ones are obvious because all the thumbnails for the net building are going to be like, and maybe one day, because I have some playlists in there. You can go to our playlist and it'll be like net fishing or whatever. I'm not sure if I ever did a playlist like net building, but we did like slat trap building, net building. I need to go through and make a playlist and just plug all of those into a playlist because a lot of people ask a lot of questions about the net building stuff. Rightly so. I would have to go through and find it just like you're going to have to, and then drop the link or send you the link or something. It's just be easier if you just go to the video list, scroll down. It's going to be wire and maybe like the throat showing. There'll be a part 1, part 2, I think, to that video on the wire net that I built, and tying all that in. Like, yeah, we show all that. I show the build from start to finish on the cattle panel wire net. Now the other wire nets that we use, I've never even built any of them. The 1.25 inch, which I do recommend, by the way, the 1.25 inch, unless you're only legal to fish 1.5 inch in your state. If you're in Louisiana, I recommend the 1.25 inch because we got a lot of small catfish, and them jokers just gonna go out of that 1.5 inch. You're gonna bait, think you're not catching nothing. They're going in there, but they're going through the mesh. And that's just simple as that. And here where we fish, it's a lot of small ones. There's just not a lot of big fish, and you'll catch nothing if you're waiting on them to, or catch very, very few in 1.5 inch mesh. In some places, in Darbone, it's like that. The little hole fryers, there's just jillions of them in there. Other places, other lakes have bigger fish. The 1.5 inch mesh would be just fine. It'd be great, actually, because you wouldn't have all the little ones to fool with. So kind of depends on where you're at. I think Arkansas has to be 1.5 inch in the places that it's even legal to fish them. Some places it's illegal. So you got that too. But yes, no, the net building stuff, that's all in our video list. But I'm saying if you're legal to fish 1.25 inch, I would break that down into 1.25 inches and build my net like that instead of 1.5 inches. You may have to do some math. In some of our videos, you have to go back through them and look, but we break down like how to do the math on the diameter, how many mesh, if your mesh is a certain size, how to do those. And maybe I need to do a short or something on the formula. I know Nets and More, if you call them and talk to them, they will give you that formula and help you. Like if you tell them, hey, I want to build some diameter, this diameter nets, I want to use this mesh, they'll help you. They're not going to just sell you some material and set you up for failure. They're going to help you figure it out, as long as you're buying your supplies from them or whatever. I know they were always good with me when I was trying to figure out some of that stuff. They were pretty good about helping me out.
Okay, lesson prepper. I'm kind of going back.
Okay, nope.
Me and my father caught so many buffalo when we got to the last net. We pulled it in the boat and we sank the boat. But the good Lord looked out for us and we made it home safely. That's the money.
I forgot what picture. Oh, it just got cool. Did you feel that? The sun went down. I forgot what picture I even used on. Maybe I used one with all the buffalo in it for the live or whatever.
You're
But
talking about the comment about the buffalo and the
all the buffalo, all these fish that we caught today. The two flatheads were in one net. All the buffalo were in two nets. And yeah, that was 2 nets. So yeah, we're gonna show you how to catch some buffalo if you want to catch buffalo. I don't catch a lot more than that because I don't want to catch a lot more than that. I'm gonna be dressing these longer than I want to be, but I'm gonna have buffalo ribs in the freezer for a while. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, we rebaited and I'm really regretting baiting those nets right now.
Albert said he said that about the big buffalo because it has more meat. Bait falls is really good.
Yeah, more meat, Albert, but like this one right here to me is the best size. Like about a 7. Daddy always said a 7-pound razorback. What they call, like, that's a smallmouth buffalo is what it is. But to me, about 7 or 8 pounds. And sometimes the 10-pounders are okay, but like it seems like to me, especially on the rooter ones, the big mouth buffaloes, that like once they get over 10 or so pounds, the meat gets a little tough on it or something. I've noticed that. Now I'll say this, Albert, on the razorbacks, if you got the razorbacks, probably 15, 20 pounders just as good at eating. Like, and as far as the boneless strips, yes, the bigger the buffalo, the more of that big boneless. If you ever cut that off, you'll know why I cut it off. You talk about fry up, make some good eating. I know a lot of people will eat it with fry it bone in and all and eat it, but man, if you ever try that, you're gonna love it. I'm telling you, it is some kind of good, and anybody will eat it. I mean, you can feed it to a kid. Put any change on that one, girl. I was about had it.
Do you use a small chainsaw file to sharpen your electric fish knife?
I have never done that. I have never sharpened one.
They're so cheap, we just buy new ones.
I mean, they're $15. Y'all can see I did go get a new one because today we had 3 in the house. I keep them. I went and got a new one. There's nothing wrong with the other ones, but these blades are hard to find. There's somebody that I think sells some, but I've never ordered a blade. But we'll order. Honestly, like the motors never hardly wear out. But I got the Sharp brand new one because I knew we was going through all these buffalo ribs. And that fillet knife, I'll probably just discard the other two, and I'll probably use that one all summer long. That's how dependable they are. I'm not advertising for them. I don't know. We talked about, because we can link like these products in our videos and stuff, and we might come back and start linking those.
You can get them at Walmart.
Yeah, you can get them at Walmart or Amazon, but if we link them, I don't know, the price might be a little more, but if somebody buys them, we might get a little kickback or something. I don't know what percentage. I have no idea. Don't need it, not worried about it, but we may start putting them in our links, because people will go back and buy those things. Or, they don't want to take the trouble to look them up themselves, and bam, there's the link. So, I don't know. I think they should sponsor us.
When you hose off in your cleaning shed, does it smell?
Do what?
Like whenever we clean off
No.
here. I don't think it smells.
We got a drain in this concrete that we're on, and I've got a drain that goes like 10 foot behind this smokehouse and comes out in the back there, and we're just fertilizing the grass back there. Like, no, not at all. I mean, never had any issues with that, and I clean a lot of fish right here. A lot.
I prefer your style of netting than using 100-foot gill nets.
Oh, well, sure. I wouldn't want no part of that myself. But that's just me. No part of that for old Bradley.
That sounds like work. A lot of work.
I have run it before, y'all. I've run, back in the day, we used to run some trammel and stuff. I've been with guys and run it. We used to actually fish for buffalo with it. That's what we were fishing for. I don't know, someplace that's illegal and stuff now. That's fine, whatever. I'm gonna be honest with you, I like a lot of fish just don't hit it and tangle. You just buffalo, they'll hit it pretty good, but some other fish might inadvertently get tangled in it. You gotta release them and all that. It's just, to me, it's just not even worth fooling with.
He said it's Albert. He said he commercial fished for 3 years at Tours back that year.
Yeah, that's why I don't want to fish these buffalo too much, because we had 2 nets that we raised today, and if I did a bunch of it, I'd have to do it a different way. I'd have to cut, put a zipper in the back of the net or something like that, and pull them in one at a time or something, and scoop them out like Mr. Jimmy Hickman does down on the Catfish, because I just don't think I'd be pulling these buffalo back over in that net too much. I may, if we got a bunch in ours next week, I might take a net and cut a hole in the net and scoop them too, and just put a zipper in, or thread it up like he does next go around, because I'll be honest with y'all, like, it's too much work to try to pull, especially by yourself, to try to pull them buffalo over in a boat like that. I'll probably should have done it this morning, to be honest about it, but we had extra people in the boat, 2 of us could pull it over in there pretty easy. I'll see who's going with me. If it's me by myself, I'm not going to pull on that. I'll get them in the boat, but I'll do it a different way or something. Look at that. They just keep coming, y'all. That's a pretty good one right there. That one's up close to 8 or 10 pounds right there. He gonna have some good boneless strips off of him. What y'all got? You still got a bunch on, or?
We're at 151.
Y'all still want to watch? Y'all want us to get off of here? What y'all want? I'm gonna be here a while, so it's up to y'all tonight. I may have to stop and cook supper. Get the grill going or something.
Your nets look a lot like holding nets.
Like what?
Holding nets.
Holding nets. Similar. The hoop nets. I mean, they make them holding nets like that, but ours are not holding nets. That bigger one, a little bit harder to get through that joker.
In the part of Illinois that I'm from, we call them roachbacks.
Call them what?
Roachback.
Roachbacks?
And chucklehead.
And chucklehead, the buffalo?
Yes.
Never heard of either one of those called that. I've never heard that term, those terms.
Blessed Prepper said if I live closer, I'll be there to help you clean.
And there's probably people that watch us clean these are like laughing at us saying, man, we got y'all struggling because we can clean them a lot quicker. I don't know.
Right, it's talking. But it's a lot of food.
I don't claim to be the fastest. It's just the way I do it. I just like to eat them. I like the more backbones, but with this many buffalo, I'm not fooling with that. To be honest with y'all, ain't worth it. I gotta roll through them. That's the best piece for crawfish bait right there. It holds together good. But I got so many of them. I'm going to save a few, but I don't need to pick them out just yet. I'll save some at the end. Warming up. We had some cool snap here the last few days, but with the warmer weather, it's about time to go catch some crawfish for sure. I missed the bucket with that one.
He's not wasting any fish. Nothing is going to waste.
Sure I am. She's laughing about that, y'all. Yeah. We'll probably waste a little bit, you know. I mean, you got lots of fish. Just being honest, like, I got a lot of, it's just like all these, like, I don't need but about half a dozen of them to go catch a sack of crawfish. I don't need all of them, so I ain't putting all of them in my freezer. We'll have this many more buffalo probably by this weekend in the nets again. So I'm going to keep some of these sides. I'm going to cut our boneless strips out and our ribs. I'm going to keep some of these sides. I'll put them up in the freezer. The bony part, we might do some patties. We might pressure cook some, do some patties. Probably use some for trot line bait and probably for some crawfish bait too.
Have you tried skinning them, score and safety out?
Yes.
When deep fried, you're getting rid of those small bones?
Yes, I have tried skinning them. That's how I used to do them. I used to take my knife and like rip down beside where I'm cutting with the fillet knife at the bottom of the fish. I would just score the skin down and then score it up and then skin the whole skin off. Um, I mean, I don't mind showing y'all that method, but it's slower than this method, I think. But I mean, I may even do that in some other videos. I can't remember if I did that in some other videos or not. That's how I used to. That's how I grew up cleaning them for years. I'll show y'all real quick. Can y'all see over these fish? Or maybe I need to move them to the side. I don't know. Can you see over that, Danielle, if I do one right here?
No.
You can't see over them?
No, you need to clean all of that.
I don't know. Is that going to be... I got time to do that?
Yep.
All right, let me fillet these off, and then we'll clean one how I used to clean them.
Y'all crawfish around here.
Yes, but it's not great. It's just not. There's just not many crawfish in North Louisiana. I'm just being honest with you. There is some public land places. I normally don't say a whole lot about those because there's very few places, and it's just not a lot of area. It's not a lot of room. There's not a lot of crawfish. Crawfish is almost in North Louisiana is almost like frogs. If anybody finds any, it's almost top secret. Like people won't even talk about it. So no offense, but that's just the nature of the beast on crawfish and bullfrogs in North Louisiana. So we just don't have that many in North Louisiana. It's nothing like South Louisiana. South Louisiana's loaded with them. Crawfish and frogs. We just don't have them, y'all. If we go and catch 10 or 15 frogs, that's a good night. South Louisiana, if they catch 10 or 15, that's not a good night. Like, most people will be disappointed. Not everybody. Some people would be fine with that. Or they might not keep a 15 or 20. But, I don't know if that would be considered a good night in South Louisiana. But, yeah.
Bradley, you have such a calming spirit about you. Thank you.
Woo. That might be the best comment I've ever got. Danielle don't even say that about me.
Danielle, you are a perfect match to Bradley. Those are in my prayers. Thank you.
That's been a work in progress, being a perfect match. I don't know. Maybe we was. I don't know. That buffalo don't. That one right there just don't look right, y'all. I don't like it. It was skinny or something. It wasn't fat. It's really red looking. The meat just didn't look good on that fish. You can tell when a fish doesn't look good. Like, it's not going to be fat. It won't have that shine to it. And I'm picky about believe it or not, I'm picky about my fish and deer and hogs that we eat. Stuff like that I'm actually picky about. Very picky.
We gotta keep the cameras rolling all the time, man. So let's see all of our spirits.
Boy, to see all of what?
Our spirits.
All of our spirits?
Yeah. Our calming spirit.
Oh. Yeah, all of them ain't calm. Thank you though for noticing. But yeah, all of them. I'll be the first to admit all of them ain't calm. We're human like everybody else. I can promise y'all we can get worked up. Try not to. I'm better about it the older I get. I'm better about it. Don't say I ain't. What are you laughing for? She knows she's joking, y'all. She is not serious. We do a lot of joking with each other. She's joking now.
Bradley, you got me over here chopping my gums. Man, I miss eating buffalo.
My favorite, one of my top 3 fish is buffalo. All day long. All day long.
I wonder if a hog would eat those fish.
Yes.
Or turtles.
Yes. Yes, I could probably save some. I just don't have room in the freezer, y'all. I could save some and do like whatever with them. I mean, I could save some and bait hogs, and we got a hog trap. We should catch hogs tonight, y'all. Like seriously. We're live on my phone, so we won't be able to show y'all because Danielle's phone don't have access. I forgot to get the codes off of the new camera that we just got hooked up and put on Danielle's phone, so we can't before I put it out. So I can't. I've got video feed if they come in tonight, but we can't. Like, that would be pretty cool on a live. Like if we actually had hogs set up to catch, and like that may be an idea right there. Like one night when we got some hogs coming and we plan on catching them, sometimes we'll wait up on them. Like if they're especially if they were coming in like at 7 or 8 o'clock. Like we actually set up the live on Danielle's phone or on the tablet or whatever, and then go live on my phone, watch live video feed, catching hogs. What?
Dylan's in there.
Do like a, what y'all think about that on a live? Do a live hog catching with live video feed in the new KGN hog system, and y'all can see us actually drop the gate and everything, how we do it. I think it'd be cool. I don't know, it'd be a lot of hanging out and talking, waiting on them to come in and stuff. Well, y'all get to see what we see. The actual, every other critter coming in there first, spoiling the moments. All the raccoons.
It would be fun.
I think it'd be cool.
I think so. If we have signal. Now here at the house we have signal, so we would have to do it around here. Don't know.
Well, we would do that like sitting on the back porch around a fire or something, cooking and eating and waiting on hogs to come in. I don't know. It might take till midnight. Who knows? That'd be one of them deals like you'd go live like waiting on them.
Dylan said he can hear Oakley howling.
They might be there at 8 o'clock at night. They might be there at 1 a.m. or something.
So what's the top 3 fish that we like to eat?
Well, we'll do Danielle's top 3 and we'll do my top 3. So you can go first.
I like brim is my number. Are we talking about fresh water or salt
Yeah.
water? Let's
It
do
don't matter.
fresh.
I don't
Let's do
think it
fresh.
matters. No, I'm going to do salt and fresh.
I like any saltwater fish. Any.
What's your number 1 though? Brim or saltwater?
I like brim. Brim's my number 1. I like brim. And then I would say any saltwater fish. And then we'll go down to flathead.
That was probably loud. Sorry.
So,
Danielle said brim first and then any saltwater fish. Me, fried buffalo, no doubt, hands down. We can do saltwater and then freshwater, keep it separate. Freshwater, my favorite is buffalo. My number 2 is channel cats, under 3/4 pound. My number 3, fried, probably
see, mine would be brim.
brim fillets.
Mine would be brim, crappie, and then a flathead.
Crappie and brim run pretty close together for me. Offshore or saltwater, man, I like them all.
Any of them.
Any of them, whatever I can get.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Speckled trout, redfish, flounder, sheephead. Look, people throwing sheepheads back. I'm keeping that joker. I love them. That's one of my favorite fish to throw on a grill is sheephead. Yeah, it's not a lot of meat, I love them. Marinate them, throw them on a grill. Fantastic. To me, it's a lot like a red snapper. I like tuna. Now, we cook everything different. Y'all see that in the videos. Tuna's going to, some fish is oily, some of it's drier textured. The gar, we had to play with to figure out that new recipe that we got, and I'm telling y'all, it's fine. But that gar done like we're gonna cook it don't even taste like fish though. It don't. It's more like the most tender, juiciest chicken breast you ever ate. Almost is what it tastes like.
So brim here is bluegill, shell cracker, sunfish.
Yeah, our brim is gonna be. We got goggle eyes, we got shell cracker, we got bluegills, sunfish. We got green sunfish. Most of the green sunfish are going to be in the ponds. So most of the time we're not eating them. We're using them for bait. But yeah, we got all those regular fish. Now ours probably ain't going to be like as big as like the ones in Florida and stuff. But we got them. Some lakes are bigger in. Some bodies of water are bigger in than others. Caney Lake's is well known for its shell cracker. Chinkapins, what we call them. What they are. Same difference. Chinkapin, shell cracker.
Lance said he's been using lots of our recipes. Thank you. We got more coming.
Maybe when Danielle goes full-time YouTube, she'll do y'all cookbook. I've had several requests for that. I could write some of the recipes. She's a lot better at the paperwork stuff than I am. I'm not great with that stuff.
We boil gars, then make patties out of them with onions and stuff.
Gar?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we have too, but I'm telling y'all, we got a better recipe. It's better. It's just better.
Crappies are the best.
I'm excited about it. I'd eat some tonight if I
As
had
y'all
it.
can tell, we didn't say bass.
I do like bass. I'm not against bass. But to me, largemouth.
He calls them ditch pickles.
Yeah, I call them ditch pickles because they'll grow in a ditch or thrive in a ditch. But they're, to me, a largemouth over about 2.5 pounds goes to getting tasting funny. They're not bad, but I'd rather, if I'm going to eat bass, I'd rather have Kentucky bass or spotted bass, which is the same thing. Or some people call them smallmouths, but that's not a real smallmouth. Smallmouths eat pretty good, but yeah, Kentucky bass or spotted bass is really good. They don't get over, the ones in Louisiana ain't gonna get over about 3.5, 4 pounds at the most. Most of them aren't gonna be that big. They like running water. They eat
Albert
a lot
said
of.
his wife loves largemouth.
Like they're typically not in stagnant water like largemouths will be in, so they're just, to me, a better eating fish.
Do you use yellow mustard to prep your fish before frying?
Yes.
Yes.
On everything except catfish.
Yellow mustard.
Did I say that right? Everything but catfish?
Correct.
Yes, everything except filleted catfish gets yellow mustard at our house.
We've used Chick-fil-A sauce.
We have used Chick-fil-A sauce. I think that's got mayonnaise in it, so we don't use that a lot. The other thing we have used is a sour cream base. It's sour cream and flour.
Why not on catfish?
Because catfish is wet. Catfish is a really wet fish, so when you cut through the fillet, it's like really wet, and you don't need it. I mean, we use a yellow cornmeal mix, unless we've got like K-Fred's or one of the fish fry mixes, Louisiana or something. We'll use theirs sometimes if we're on trips and stuff. It's just easier, but the yellow cornmeal mix is typically what we use. It sticks to catfish fillets just fine. You don't need it. If you try to roll crappie fillet in it, it's not going to stick as well. It just don't. It's not a drier fish. I mean, it's a drier meat. It's a drier texture fish. Even buffalo, like these boneless and the ribs and stuff. That cornmeal mix just won't stick to them like it will catfish. Now the whole fryers or steaks, because you leaving the outer membrane, like this on the fish, same thing. It won't stick to it, so we use mustard as a binder. Those fish, whole crappie, anything we eat like that, it's gonna have mustard as a binder on it. Went for years, probably 15 years of frying fish without doing that. And somebody recommended it. I eat some catfish with it on there. And there was so much cornmeal on that mess, it was nasty. And I was like, this, no. So I was like, and then I started doing it with like bass and crappie and stuff, trying it, and it was so good. Like, but I realized it don't take a lot of mustard. You put just a little on there and mix it up. Don't put a ton, and it like brings the moisture somehow out of the meat, and you'll see it kind of water over like when you're mixing it up, and it binds. I mean, you won't regret it. I can promise you. If you've never tried it, try it. Not gonna taste like mustard. I hate mustard. I do not like the taste of mustard. It will not taste like mustard.
Blue, you and Dad have parasites. Did we see that in our area?
You'll see like some little, I don't know if they're parasites. I always call them worms. Sometimes there's people that'll just say, hey, don't worry about it, just fry them, they'll fry out or whatever. But like, I don't see a lot of that. No, I mean, especially in cooler months or as the summer and it heats up, you'll see some conditions change with the fish in this area. Even you'll go to seeing some of that kind of stuff in the hot summer months.
I gotta skip down to this comment.
See what?
I gotta skip down to this comment. Zach said, I need your help on my live scope setup.
Zach who?
You know Zach.
Zach Smith?
Yeah.
You don't need
Said
my
he's
help.
Struggling.
I think I still actually owe him a trip.
He does. I was just thinking that.
I'm still in debt to you, Zach.
He said they keep running from me.
Zach, they ain't running from you because of your live scope setup. They're running from you because you're talking too much. You gotta be quiet. You gotta sneak up on them.
We love you, Zach.
You're beating around in the boat too much, Zach. I know you. You can't be still. You gotta be still.
He said this is true. Laughing out loud.
You're probably running from the front of the boat to the back of the boat, bouncing off the walls.
He said he's getting excited.
You getting too excited. Yeah, you can't get excited. You got to learn to calm those nerves down. Here's the deal with crappie. It doesn't matter if you're live scope fishing or if you're not. The bottom line is I don't know how we ever caught them without it, because we always used too short of fishing poles. Me and Danielle actually did pretty good before live scope, but we cast a lot. So a lot of those fish we were hooking was in that range that they'll bite in. So here's the deal with crappie. No matter what you fish with, how you fish it, if those fish get within 10 feet of that trolling motor or the boat, they're highly unlikely going to bite. Like, they're not going to bite as well. There's a 10-foot, you could draw a 10-foot circle around that trolling motor, whatever. Like, as they get closer to that location where there's any noise, movement in the water, whatever, beating, banging the boat, they're way less likely, especially aluminum boats, water slapping against it, they're way less likely to bite. We fish out of aluminum boat. I almost sometimes wish crappie fishing, if we did it more, I'd want a fiberglass one just to cut down on noise. That's why you see a lot of people fishing 14, 15-foot jig poles, because really the 13s, when they come out with them, that's what a lot of people were doing. I was using the 13, but I was flipping to them, so I was fishing farther than the 13-foot pole's capability was. You really need a 14, 15-foot pole to get outside that range where those fish are bite if you're fishing straight down. One, you got a live scope on your trolling motor, you're 2 or 3 foot behind that. So you already lost 3 foot, right? So if you got a 13-foot jig pole and you're sitting back in your boat seat and your trolling motor's up there and your transducer's mounted on it and you're trying to go straight down and ease up to that crappie and there's waves and stuff hitting, that bait is at 10 feet from your transducer or trolling motor or the boat. The noise, it's 10 feet, which is inside that circle I'm talking about that they don't want to bite in. So that's probably what Zach's seeing. And what I'm saying applies to everybody of water, especially pressured water like lakes. All these big lakes get hammered. Darbone gets brutally hammered. It ought to not even happen to that extent on tournaments, crappie tournaments, constantly. Let alone the just normal people that are just going out there fishing for fun or for food. It gets hammered. So on these lakes that get really pressured, these crappie are going to be worse about that, and they just get lockjaw. So you can do 2 things. You can go with a longer pole, in that whatever you can handle, 14 to 16 foot. I got one. What's that one pole? I got 16 foot. And you can tell a difference. It's just harder to get that jig on him. But with a 15, 16 foot pole, you can reach to them or either start casting. And that's what we do. That's why we do it. I like to cast. I don't have to go and catch 50 fish. Me personally, I'd rather go catch 25 casting than I had 50 on a jig pole. That's just me personally, because it feels like to me I'm casting, doing something, get the hook set, the action of the ultralight rod. That's just the way me and Danielle both like to fish. And it's comfortable to us. We're sitting in a chair, relaxing, throwing. I like that style of fishing better than I do a jig pole. I do use a jig pole some. I'm just not as crazy about it.
I don't use a jig pole.
Danielle hardly ever picks up a jig pole unless I ask her to. Like, I've got to about make her pick up a jig pole.
That's whenever y'all see our true spirits come out.
Like, if we pull up to a treetop or a real brushy tree that's standing and it's got a big one in it, she's going to, like, you throw at it or either get a jig pole and drop on it, because she won't throw at it because she knows she's going to get hung up. And that's when things go south. That's when
the spirits
change. No, nobody else knows anything about that. All you men, if your wife's there with you, I know you ain't gonna say it right. I know you ain't gonna be truthful about it. That's okay. I get that. But
I love every minute of it.
I done heard all them other guys tell all the same stories about every time their wife pitches a cricket, she's throwing in a cypress tree and all that stuff. Like, yeah, there's been days like that.
Okay, let's get back to the skip forward.
I know I was supposed
to. Are hybrids below Darbone dams?
Are hybrids? Tricky question. Yes. But the only year that I caught them, it's not on a regular basis. There's white bass in Darbone Lake. There is yellow bass everywhere. Probably from what I've understood and heard, I don't really fish Claiborne a lot. But if you're looking for hybrids or stripers or white bass or whatever you want to call them, the 2 places that I know of in North Louisiana or Northern Louisiana that are really good is Claiborne and the Yucatan. The Yucatan white bass, I know school over there every year, and I don't really go and chase white bass, but I know people go over there and load up ice chests with them. Claiborne is supposed to have some really big stripers, And I did see some posts this year where some guys were. Poverty has some too. I have caught some on Poverty, and they got some pretty big ones. I don't know if they're. I don't know much about them. I don't know if they're hybrid or regular stripers or what they. I don't think they're regular stripers. I think they're hybrid stripers. But I know Poverty, Claiborne, and Yucatan by the Mississippi. But like I said, that's white bass over there. If there's any more that anybody knows about, they're willing to give up some locations on, y'all can welcome to comment it for the other people to see. If you don't want to give up your locations on your hybrid stripers, then don't. But I don't really know if anybody cares about those. I'm not even sure they should have. Like, people hate that they even stocked them in like Claiborne, because they stocked them in there, y'all. Those weren't like. I don't think those were like original fish in those little creeks that they dammed up to make those lakes.
Okay. I used to tournament fish for bass, so I just can't eat largemouth or smallmouth. Thanks for explaining the difference. We're going backwards. My 97-year-old dad said they pulled the meat instead of cutting. It helped with bones.
Yeah. I mean, my dad and them did too. That's how they did it. I do a different style, and I cut those boneless strips out. We really like. I'm telling y'all, like, we will go to town on those boneless strips. Just what we like, and we will pressure cook the sides and do those. We like those patties too. To us, that's a different meal. I mean, it's the same fish done a different way. It's a win-win. So that's why a lot of times we'll do those other recipes and stuff. It's not that we're just trying to come up with new recipes for YouTube. We like fish done different ways. That's what we do. That's keeping it real. That's just us. I don't like it done the same way every time I eat.
Okay. So, you have your commercial license.
I do have my commercial license.
Do you sell any extra fish, or do we keep it for personal use? We actually give fish to family and friends.
The deal on selling fish, I think last year, I sold some fish last year. I don't really have much intentions on selling any fish. If I had a market for it in the rough, where I didn't have to clean it, I would probably sell some. But it had to be a good market, and it would have to justify me to drive and pay for fuel and what have you, because without that, why would I do it, right? I mean, obviously, if you can make a little money doing it or whatever, but it had to be like significant to even be worth my while. You know, we got so much stuff going on with. We don't want to just fish all the time. That's not. Danielle and me was talking about that earlier today. We like doing the YouTube videos. We like changing it up. We like to go to South Louisiana shrimp and, you know, the crab and the stuff down there. We like to do that.
We like to do so much. We like.
It'd be hard for us to
like being in
just make a living commercial fishing. Could I? Yes, I could. I can catch enough. This was 4 nets, and I'm gonna be up several more hours dressing fish tonight. All these nets were in 2 baited buffalo nets. That's it. That's all we had out.
He's got one special person he would like to thank for all of this.
For what?
For your catching the buffalo.
What?
One special person that asked you to bait.
I don't remember who asked us.
Caitlin.
Oh, Caitlin wanted. Yeah, she wanted to bait. But yeah, it had been. We get a lot of questions and comments and stuff about why don't we bait the hoop nets and.
This is the reason why we don't bait the hoop nets.
Do you need to bait them and all that? I mean, if you bait them, you're going to be up all night dressing fish. I'm just telling you, like, depends on what you want to do. If you want to make a living selling buffalo, you need to bait your nets. If you don't bait your If you just want a few to eat, then don't bait your nets.
Okay. Let's see. Real buttermilk works good as a binder.
Jimmy Hickman will tell y'all that. Probably the best net fisherman out there, especially with catfish. And he'll tell you quick, you know, how much you put into it, like how much you're going to get out of it, and how much you get is all controlled by how you fish, where you fish, when you fish, how you bait. All of that's going to dictate how much you catch. The information's out there, the knowledge is out there. Like, we're sharing the knowledge. You're going to see in this net fishing video, I'm not as good as other people are. I don't fish for a living. Some of these guys are out there fishing for a living, but we're basically doing the same thing they're doing, just at a smaller scale, showing y'all if you can't get you a buffalo and you want to get one, or you want to get a boat full, you can take one net, a little bait, go out there and set that net and catch you some buffalo. That's what we're going to show. Okay. If you want to bait 20 nets and go catch you a bunch of buffalo and sell them, you're going to do a lot of work for a little bit of money, and it's going to be hard work and time consuming, and you're going to probably have to take a really good shower that night, really good bath, and I don't know what else to say. That's just the way it's going to be. But it's going to be time consuming, it's going to be costly, and you got to know a little bit about what's going on, or you're going to spin your wheels and not get enough payback. You know, that's the other thing. You still got to put the nets in the right place. You still got to know a little bit about net fishing and your setup. You go down there and just buy some nets and throw them in and lose your nets the first time you go back. There's no, I've had so many people, y'all, even after watching our videos. One, I give people, why you got a net anchor that big? Well, because I'm fishing in the Washita River and there's current in it. I don't want my net to wash down the river. And then I've had people that go out there and see what we do and like, well, I just don't think we need net anchors that big. And they go and get a couple of cinder blocks and tie their hoop net on cinder blocks and put their nets in, and then they text me or call me. I've had people call me like, man, we put 6 nets in and can't find no one of them. What's going on? Why can't we find them? Well, one, your drag might not be big enough.
I'll be watching this online.
You might not remember where you put the net. I mean, there's a lot goes into it, you know. Or simple as you put cinder blocks on it and it got to rain after you put your nets in, so there's heavier current, and now your net's about a mile down the river or in the next treetop now. You know, and you just lost each net. You're probably talking, I mean, even a cheap net builder, $260 probably bottom in for like a 3-foot net, maybe more than that. I don't know now. I ain't bought none in a while, but they're not cheap. You know, the material, the hooks last time I bought hooks was what, $7,500 for a set of hooks for like 3-foot or 42-inch hooks, just the hooks.
Okay, this comments, let me read all of them, so then you got all of them together. It's about the live scope.
Okay.
Going back to the live scope. Okay, live scope to me only limits your search time, in my opinion. Then I couldn't disagree more with this theory on crappie fishing. Going back, now listen to this part, so then you get.
Wait, let's take one question at a time.
Hold on. It's all kind of together.
Oh.
Caught thousands of crappie with no live scope in an aluminum boat sitting right on top of fish in the Black Warrior River in Alabama for years.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all of them together.
I got the answer for that. Is that all? Yeah, but what?
Yeah.
It was broke down into, give me one issue at a time.
There wasn't really any issues.
I know, but give me the one.
Live scope to me only limits your search time, in my opinion. Remember, these are opinions.
Okay, hang on.
Just
Let me. I know, but let me address that first. Live scope only limits your search time. Live scope does limit your search time. Okay, no doubt. But that's not all it does. That's far from all it does. I fish both ways. I'm not a bad fisherman. I can catch them with it. I can catch them without it. Live scope gonna tell me how big that fish is. I get to decide whether I want to catch that fish or not. That don't mean I'm gonna catch him. And then on top of that, when I drop a certain color jig on him or a certain size jig, I can tell his response and the way he acts whether he wants to bite that color that day, whether he likes that size, whether he likes the speed, the presentation. I learned all of that watching live scope and catching crappie with live scope. Like I can tell you when a fish sees the jig whether he's going to bite it or not. And most good crappie fishermen or good guys with live scope can do that as well. And after my take on it, honestly, is after hitting 3 different fish, if they all act the same way and none of them bite, I'm changing jigs. It's simple as that. If one of the first 3 fish don't bite, I'm changing jigs. And something will work nearly every day. The toughest days to me, and look, there may be a professional crappie fisherman out there. Gosh, I hope so. That's got a different opinion, whatever. I don't care. For me, the toughest days are east winds. When the wind's blowing out of the east, the fish bite the least. There's a lot to that. When they bite the best is a windy day. I like windy days, but you got to keep the chop off the boat. If it's really, really still, I'm not saying they won't bite. I like a little breeze on the water. One, it helps with boat control because with our transducer on the trolling motor, I don't have like the crappie brakes and all that fancy stuff on our boat. I don't worry about it if I get on top of fish and he don't bite. All right, now, so I kind of answered the question about there is a lot to learn watching a live scope. You just learn fish. I mean, I can go without scope now and catch fish better because I know their behavior now. I've 4 or 5 years now fishing it, almost 6 years. I know their behavior like my own, but like Danielle's behavior almost like that good. So I also know for Darbone and surrounding lakes, I could take 3 jig colors that I know now that I used to didn't fish with and catch one of those 3 colors they're going to bite every day on every lake. Like, that's a fact. I mean, Danielle throws the same exact color starting out every trip. She's going to fish pink head, purple body, chartreuse tail with gold flash. That is her starting jig every trip. She always throws that jig. Or slot limit baits, purple head, June bug body, chartreuse tail. One of those 2 jigs is going to be on her rod and reel anytime we go crappie fishing. Now, if they don't bite that jig that day, yeah, I'll be trying like some other jigs. I always normally fish a different color unless she goes to waxing my tail. Then I'll swap to that color. But usually I'll fish a different color just to see if, hey, bigger fish are hitting this color that day. And that's another thing. Big fish always act a little different. That big fish most of the time is going to act a little different. He might prefer a different color or something like that. Sometimes we'll pick up on patterns like that with bigger fish taking a different color, like the gold head that we fish a lot of times with the God's Country Hunting and Fishing Green Goblin that Slot Limits put out. Yeah, a lot of times bigger fish will come off of that jig. I don't know why. That's just the way it is. Purple also is a really good color. Saltwater and freshwater. Purple, day or night, is a good color for bigger fish. Always like purple for some reason. Now the other part of it was, what was the other part of it?
You really basically answered all.
No, there was.
Oh, the other one? Caught thousands of crappie with no
Oh,
life scoop
yeah, you're right. Nope, you're right.
in an
So,
aluminum boat.
yep, I did the same thing, but you also just said one key to what I said earlier, that holds true. You said you was fishing in a river. River systems are different, totally different. There is no top 100 crappie fishermen in the world. There's not a one of them that'll tell you river fishing is just like fishing in a reservoir or a lake, because it's not. It's totally different. Most of them will tell you they don't want their boat in a river because they don't like fishing dirty water because it's harder to see with live scope. They don't like fishing that much structure, stumps and stuff they can't see. You get a big, big nice bass boat, you get hung up on them, tear your stuff up. Some of these guys hate, I'm telling you, despise fishing tournaments in rivers. I know because I fish with some of them. I didn't ever feel that way. I always thought I had a better chance in a river system because I had an aluminum boat, and I could get up in there where some of the guys couldn't get and stuff. So, anyways, the truth of the matter is, one, that river system's not pressured to the extent of any lake. There's no way, not in our area. Yes, there is times when the water level gets right and you might have 10 boats in a pool that's gotten right and there's crappie in it, and they'll hit it and hammer it. Some of those crappies never seen a jig before, or most of them has probably never seen a jig. I'm gonna say 99% of them has never seen a jig before, because the river system is so vast, so big. I mean, where I fish on the river, between lock and dams, it's either 90 miles or 120 miles or something. I think 90 miles. You know how much water that is? Like backwater, sloughs, creeks. That is a ton of water. And there's not that many crappie fishermen on it. There's some. I don't know in Alabama how many crappie fishers. Probably a lot more in some of the rivers, because I know in South Alabama at least, where some of my family's from, there's not a lot of good lakes. So a lot of them are fishing like the Alabama River, Tom Bigby. I don't know the names of all those rivers, but I know they fish a lot of those river systems. But that said, you're not beating and banging on an aluminum boat catching crappie within 10 feet. That's not happening. I mean, you're going to have to be quiet, and you can do it. It's possible. I did the same thing. I caught them. You can ask Danielle. We had 10-foot jig poles that we fished with. That's what I said, though, is I don't know after fishing with live scope how we ever did it. One, I think, is this. When we're fishing with live scope, we're also fishing for bigger fish. These fish are 4 or 5 years old, because that's what you visually can see. We're not really targeting like whatever fish bites in a treetop, which is how I used to fish. I used to fish all this the same way. We would jig. This little creek right here behind the house, a looter, we call it Bayou de Lutra. I would fish treetops in it and just jig pole them. I'd walk the bank sometimes and jig pole those treetops and catch some nice ones out of there. But I would catch 2 or 3 and then they'd quit biting. And now I know why. Because they do the same thing on the live scope. That's why we don't even fish treetops. We look for suspended fish or fish on structure like underwater trees and stuff, stumps. And it'll be 1 or 2 fish. You pick them off and move on to the next one. Because every one of them treetops are where they're schooled at. It's like you catch 1 or 2 on the best day ever, 10 or 15, and then they're done, But my experience is after everything gets disturbed, they'll shut down on you and just don't bite that good. Now that's my take on it. Everybody's got their own opinion, but that's my take on it. But yes, like I said, we fish crappie now out of aluminum boat. I don't think that's the best option. I think fiberglass is definitely a better option. I fished tournaments with these guys, and they tore our tails up, in those fiberglass boats. I know, no doubt in my mind, the sound had a lot to do with that. And the wind don't blow those boats around as much because they're heavier. And, once they get in a position on a fish, my boat's moving like this and wind's blowing me side, if I'm not straight on with it, blowing me back. My jig's moving around a lot more. They're a lot more stable and sturdy. Once they get that jig on that fish, it just stays there just long enough for him to decide to bite it, and you got that fish. So I do believe you can catch more fish out of a fiberglass boat than you can aluminum on crappie. Bass, when you're casting and stuff, I don't know as it matters. That's my 2 cents worth.
Okay, so Bradley, if you ever get a chance, try smoking with mulberry wood. That sounds good. And thank me later.
I've never tried that.
That sounds good.
Mulberry.
You and Danielle should have a fish cleaning contest, because a word on the street, she's fastest fish cleaner around. Ha! Somebody's
Is that Travis saying that? Because that sounds like Travis. That just sounds like something he would have said.
Travis hasn't.
I was thinking this, y'all. Y'all can tell me, like, we do these fish cleaning videos sometimes, and they're like 10 or 15-minute videos, and they actually are some of our better performing videos on YouTube. Like, how many different ways are there to clean catfish? Because we've already got like 4 or 5 different ways out there. The videos do great. It doesn't seem to matter. I could drop one tomorrow. I already know the video would do good, pull a lot of views. Like, at what point can we even change it up enough? And I thought the other day, I was like, maybe we should get Danielle to do all those videos all over again, except have Danielle do it. So that was just one thing I was thinking about. She didn't know I thought about that, though.
Okay, Zach has another question. Zach, if you're still watching, we're getting to you again. What depth do I need to put my wire nets right now?
Whatever depth the catfish is in, Zach.
That's not helpful.
That is helpful. You got to put the nets where the catfish are.
How will he know where it is?
I don't know.
But it's warming up, too.
All right, Zach, here's the deal. It is warming up. Them catfish are coming shallower. There's so many catfish in Darbone, they're going to be scattered out. You don't have to hang them yet because the water's still cool, but you're probably going they after somebody. You're probably going to want to check them after 2 or 3 days just so you make sure you don't have a bunch of dead fish. I think you can put them on bottom. I think you need to be out of the channel. If I was going to go put some out right now, I'd probably try one in 10, 12, 13 foot of water. Maybe try one in 14, 15 foot of water on the edge, out of the channel, but up on the edge. But I think in the flats, I don't really think right now in the deeper sloughs. Maybe, I'm not sure. You'll probably catch them. But, I mean, I'm going to say between, not in the 30 foot of water, so not in the bottom of the channel, but between 17, 18 foot up to as shallow as 10 foot right now, probably. I think it's a little early to go shallower than that. I'm not saying you won't catch some. You're probably going to end up with a bunch of brim or something like that if you go to like less than 10 foot. If you go to like 7 or 8 foot, probably going to end up with some brim, some turtles, some of that kind of stuff that you really don't want. So I think stay probably around 14 foot is going to be the mark right now, depending on water temps. We had some cooler nights, but I just don't think it was 49 last night or something. I don't think it was cool enough to make them go back in the channel or nothing. It's chilly, but them fish are up on the flats right now. They're getting ready to. The magic number for the catfish going in the holes spawning is April the 20th. That's the magic date. April 20th. River is a little bit later possibly, but it's always like we caught 2 flatheads and 4 nets, right? When they go to spawning, we're going to catch more than that, even in 4 nets. I already know that. So we're fishing ahead of the catfish a little bit. That's why we caught these buffalo. Once these catfish are going to go to running in about 2 weeks on the river, 2 to 3 weeks. Middle of May is going to be, May is going to be just jam up normally for flathead catfish. Middle of April to the middle of June in Louisiana, in North Louisiana, is the magic catfish time, in my opinion. I ain't talking about trot lines and set hooks and stuff. You can catch them now on trot lines and stuff.
Okay. Y'all should make a trip to North Indiana and South Michigan for trout and salmon. Huge fish and lots of fun.
Sure, sounds good to me.
Bradley, I sure learn a lot from listening to you.
I just do a lot of talking. Y'all ain't learning much.
Northwest Arkansas.
No, I've never even heard of it. We've done Beaver's Bend in Oklahoma. That's Oklahoma.
Yep.
What Beaver's Bend?
That
was for trout. You know, they stock all that. That was trout, and then I think that little lake we never fished. It has some freshwater fish like bass and brim and stuff. The Beaver's Bend Lake there in the park or whatever it is. But that's all we've ever done.
I use spray oil like Pam to make. We keep going up and down. I use.
I mean, how long have we been on there?
We've been on here for quite a while.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I use spray oil like Pam to make batter sticks. Could you do a fish cleaning video where you score buffalo? All of our commercial fishermen sell it that way around here. Didn't know if you had done it. Get better,
I was gonna
Thank you
do
for
an
the
old
thought.
school one, like I used to do.
Now I got.
Score it?
Yeah. Let me do this
What about
last
scoring
one.
it?
Let me do this last one because then we're caught up.
Okay.
Then y'all can start adding more questions
All right.
and comments. My wife and I love your videos. We disagree with you.
I love it when people disagree
Oh,
with me.
this one's classic. I love it though. Dunking your fried fish in ketchup when you eat them. Ketchup ruins a good fish fillet and good French fry, in my honest opinion.
I like some good ketchup, but I'm gonna tell you the best ketchup
I love that comment.
to me is Heinz and the Brookshire's brand. That's the only two ketchups that I will
If you
eat.
got it, Berkshires.
Period. So that's me on ketchup.
Our daughter doesn't like ketchup either.
But I'll eat it without ketchup. I don't know. I like my fried foods with ketchup or gravy, one of the two. And if it's fried fish and I don't
I
got
like
ketchup,
tartar sauce.
I'm fine with some etouffee poured over it. I like that kind of stuff.
That's good.
So this is another way that, like, if you just wanted to take the
I
ribs
love that
out
comment though.
or try to skin this thing, like, I'll do this, but I'm not good at it. Y'all fixing to see why I fillet them. But I will show you how I would do it if I was going to do it a different way. So basically, because I go down and cut this section out, that's what I'm going to do with this knife. Is the same thing as scoring that skin. It's going to take me a lot. I'm telling y'all, there's a reason that I use that electric fillet knife, because I'm faster. It's going to take me longer to do it this way.
It's kind of scary.
And I know some people's probably going to laugh at me, but I've never gotten good at it. I've tried fleecing them, all that stuff. I'm not good at it. There's probably some pros out there. That's fine. Whatever. I'm about ready to be done with this already, y'all. It's just not going good.
It's past supper.
Like Danielle says, past supper time. If I was going to skin this, I would not fool with
That makes me scared for your thumb.
yeah, I would not fool with fleecing it. Like, weight wise, yeah, they would pop this head off and cut the scales backwards to fleece it. I have not done it enough to be good at it. Probably why I don't skin fish for a living, but this just ain't my fastest way. I'm gonna do one side, y'all, because this is just taking me too long. But I'll show y'all what you can do if you want to do it a different way. If you don't have electric fillet knife and you happen up on a buffalo, this would be a good way to do it right here. If you don't know how to fleece them or whatever. So probably whack my arm off here in a minute, because I'm not used to cooking them like filleting them like this or skinning them. Maybe if I had a more pointed knife, like a fillet knife, I might could dig that right in next to that fin a little better. But we're gonna try this real quick. Maybe it'll come out right, maybe it won't. Who knows? But that's what I have done before. When I used to just, like sometimes you just cut the ribs out if that's all you wanted to do. You could do it like that right there. And you could just stick your fingers kind of the eyeball section of the skull there and pull down on that skin. So there you go. That's skin.
He's from Caldwell Parish.
Caldwell?
I assume you're from Caldwell. Bradley, get the ribs and move on.
Yep. Yep. If you wanted to get the ribs, here's your chance right here. Like that's, I mean, showing you different ways to do it. If that's all you wanted was ribs, there's your shot right there. You come down there like that, run your knife up there, in the rib up there, and then cut right down here and right there, and that'd take the ribs out if that's all you wanted. We'll go ahead and cut this side off. I'll go, and this will be a cleaner fillet. Now, if you ain't got a ton of buffalo and you ain't in a hurry and you want a cleaner cut, this is gonna be cleaner than doing it with an electric knife. I mean, I'm not gonna dispute that at all. You go all the way, and it's gonna be right there next to that backbone too. Not cutting any of them little bones yet neither. I'll go all the way down to the ribs. Maybe I don't mess this up. Now the only thing ain't cut loose right now is the ribs. And I would just come right in there. And that first one is always hard one, the hardest. Go to popping them ribs. Some people used to do this with a cleaver. My daddy would take and go like this and go in there with a cleaver and pop them ribs loose. You talk about dull a fillet knife. That right there. Y'all just seen why I use electric fillet knife, but that's gonna be a pretty clean fillet right there, and it's got more meat on it than with electric knife. I'll say that. I'll be honest with y'all.
He didn't lose a finger doing that, did he?
No, didn't lose a finger.
It was close.
But I'll wash it, clean it up, and show y'all what it looks like versus the other ones. Like I said, I'm just faster the other way. To me, it'd take me a while to do them like that. But if I didn't have electricity, was on the lake, and that's all we called it, on the river, and we wanted to do a buffalo, that's how we would do it right there. Might do that one of these camping trips, we catch a buffalo. I know it looks better, y'all. It's just not faster. It's just not efficient for me. Look at that. He's ready to go. I don't know. Are they having trouble seeing that? Is the light messing that up? That's a pretty one there. He's ready to go to the matter of fact, y'all know what? I think we'll use that one on the grill right there. I was with Albert on the leaving the skin on. I just believe that right there is going to be the best. I may not even fool.
That's how he does his.
I may not fool that skin, Albert. I think right there I can get seasoning on both sides of that fillet, and I just think it's going to be legit. I think we'll use this one, Danielle, for supper. Right there, it looks good. Look at that, perfect. All right, guys, look, I think we've been on here a long time. We got any unanswered?
Yeah, they're asking how I'm doing. Each day is better than the last.
Progressively better.
Yes.
She's about 60%. That's what I grade her at.
Yeah. Very weak still. She's still stomach issues.
She's a 10, but she's at 60%. That's what I say.
Yep. I take my next round of medicine on Friday. So normally they say after the second round of medicine you see a difference. So, but I'm on medicine, prednisone and that kind of stuff right now to try to calm everything.
She's definitely better. She ate deer steak, rice, and gravy last night for supper.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like she don't eat like.
No. whenever we say a little,
Her
it's very little.
her proportions are way down from like what anybody else's is. She just have them take it easy and let her stomach have time to heal, and let the new meds do their thing, get her stomach back in order, and before she really gets back to eating normal.
Yeah.
She probably won't eat normal for
Another month.
another month at least. At
I
least.
gradually add stuff in, but you quickly find out what does not agree while it's, because it's the entire intestine.
I mean, we all get older and things upset our stomach and food. Like me, I have trouble. I don't have a gallbladder. I have my gallbladder taken out. A lot of older people don't have gallbladders. They say the sodiums and stuff are bad on that. That's what the doctor told me. He said it was probably from eating all the crawfish and sausage and stuff, and rightly so, you know. So yeah, you know, if you know anybody without a gallbladder, you eat. It's time. You got to be near a bathroom somewhere most of the time, depending on what you eat. But
Yes, prednisone is very bad. They're starting now to taper me down because I've been on a very high dose of it. So they're starting now to taper me down slowly because it can cause a lot of damage if you just quit. And then somebody asked how much weight have I lost. I've lost 50 pounds, but I've also lost a lot of
muscle.
A lot. That's what's really getting, like, if I was to sit down on the floor right now, it's difficult for me to get back up.
She can get up off the couch or out of a chair pretty decent now. When she got home from the hospital, I had to help her get up out of a chair or off the couch. She couldn't. Matter of fact, our couch is like kick out. The feet thing kicks out. She couldn't put the foot thing down. That's how weak she was. Now she kind of got it figured out where she kind of throw her weight forward and get it to go down.
And I've been getting on a stationary bike for a little bit, just doing different things to try to build back. I've used the example lately that it's almost like taking our grandbaby Miles and teaching him how to walk and how to do certain things. It's teaching my legs and everything how to do certain things.
If y'all can like wonder like why she hadn't been in the video or why she's not going to be in the next few, it's because we filmed them last week or this week, you know, and she's just not well enough to be out there. And it's not even like I could get her in a boat and she could probably sit there in a seat and catch a few brim and be fine. But it's getting in and out of the boat that's going to be the problem. Or her getting up in our truck is so much higher than her car.
I haven't drove
she's
for,
a little,
what, 4 weeks?
Yeah, she ain't drove in 4 weeks.
Yeah. So
yeah, we left the hospital. We wheeled her to the car in a wheelchair. So she could walk a little bit, but she wasn't trustworthy enough to like walk without somebody holding on to her arm because she just literally, her legs just didn't have enough strength to stand up. She had gotten that bad, but
it's all going to get better.
Yep. She'll be back probably doing some stuff in the videos within 2 weeks, I would think, if she keeps getting better. That's you know, as long as she keeps improving to the like she's doing right now. The last couple of days have been pretty good days for her, and we've noticed a little bit of strength difference the last few days, and some of that's just from food intake and stuff. She wasn't getting with that condition. When your stomach's messed up, it doesn't matter what condition you got. If your stomach gets messed up, you're not getting no nutrients. It doesn't matter what you eat. It's either going through you, whatever. If your stomach's messed up, the hair-like fingers and stuff in your stomach won't absorb nutrients. Well, if your body don't absorb nutrients, you're losing your muscle, any body fat. Like, I mean, you're losing everything. You're not going to have it. And that happened pretty quick, pretty bad this time for her. So
I think that was it. I just let that kind of for last that they were asking.
Well, guys, we've been on here probably, I don't know, this is probably our longest live ever because I'm still got half a 150 quart ice chest of buffalo to dress, and we got to cook supper. Danielle's been out here probably longer than she need to be. She's probably stiff now, but I'm going to get her back inside. I know she enjoyed just getting out of the house, to be honest about it, and visiting, because she ain't really got to do nothing in almost 6 weeks now, five weeks since she went in the hospital. So, but yeah, we'll be back at it. Looks like the bank pole fishing video, is that what won
I
it?
think the bank pole's got it.
So bank pole fishing video. We'll probably add a cooking section. We'll have to do that this week. Cook up some of them flatheads. We'll figure out something on that maybe she can eat. Um, or I'll just
But
fry
the
some
fish
up.
tacos sound amazing.
Fish tacos actually do sound good. Have we done that
Crawfish
before?
sounds even better.
I know we did the catfish.
We might go live whenever we do
I
crawfish.
know we did the catfish po' boy.
That'll be my first meal.
I don't know. We'll figure something out on the catfish. I'm not sure everybody watches the cooking section anyway, so I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll have a good recipe on there or something. And then we'll have the buffalo fishing hoop net video the following week. Yeah, we'll keep building from there. Hopefully within 2 weeks, I'll have her out with me in some videos and stuff, and we'll get that film out to y'all pretty soon. In the meantime, appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for following. Hit the subscribe button if you hadn't already. What else? Hit the hype on our Sunday videos. Don't forget, Sunday morning 7:30 is our release time. Y'all help us out. Even if you don't watch early, hit the play button. Let it play while you're getting your shower and getting ready for church and all. And then that evening, watch it again. That gives us 2 views. So that's a help. Getting those videos for some reason out the gate, like whatever it tracks, that's the track it's going to track all day. Like that has to do with the impressions out to the rest of the world and stuff, the new subscribers and stuff that are pulled in. YouTube controls all that, we don't. So anything you can do early helps on those videos. We ought not to release late afternoons on Sunday because a lot of other people release late afternoon on Sunday. And we just feel like maybe some people want some stuff to watch early. So I don't know. Ours seem to do okay.
We like the early
But
morning.
doesn't matter to us, whatever everybody wants. But once we change something, it messes up our algorithm and it gets all out of whack. Like we tried Sunday evening a few times and never really did good. Could have been the videos, could have been the YouTube. I don't know.
So are you going to invite Jeff and Dusty for the
But I'm positive. But I'm positive. Jeff and I are good friends now. I'm positive we're gonna get together and do a bank pole fishing video at some point. Whenever he gets ready to come down. I know he's got some youth turkey and some turkey hunting and stuff that they're talking about doing, and he may hold him up a few weeks on that before he comes down and gets with us. But I'm sure at some point either I'll go up there or they'll come down, one of the two. But the bank pole fishing video, I can tell you now, will be 100% Opelousas bank poles. I put 16 poles out. I'm not going to talk about bait or nothing like that. Y'all already know, and y'all, if you don't know, you'll just get surprised what bait I had. You ain't going to want to miss it, I can tell you that, because it was pretty good action. But I'm not going to get into... I don't do a lot of posts on... I do some posts on Facebook, but I try to trail, like, the video, because I don't want to really ruin the video, but I also want to lead up to it. So, like, I put a post on last night on Facebook, and that was one of the flatheads we caught in the daylight. But I'll say this, when I was running the... Y'all be patient with me on this video. I ain't even looked at all the GoPro footage and stuff, but I was self-filming. I had help putting them out and everything, but going back to take them up and checking them, I had to self-film because she was sick and I didn't have anybody else with me.
camera person was not used.
It's still going to be good. It's going to be some good brim fishing involved in it. I got some good footage to work with. But yeah, we'll get that video out for y'all. What you got, girl?
We're good.
We good?
We're good.
All right. That's going to be it for this one. Y'all don't forget, hit the... How many likes we got?
230.
230 likes. 132 people on here. All right. If y'all leaving, hit the like before you go. If you hadn't put a comment on, put one on after we close it. We always upload the videos later, so it'll be there. Appreciate y'all. Danielle said 10 times at least a night. She appreciates the prayers, and I do too, because I don't like seeing her sick. So I appreciate all that she does, and we're gonna keep it rolling. We have kept it rolling. We've done good too. It's been a struggle, I ain't gonna lie, but we that's the kind of thing we do. We just keep rolling. So that's keeping it real for us.
Really real.
All right, God's Country Hunting Fishing. We're out.
Keeping it real. Really real.
Later.
Bye, guys.
Later. How do I? All right, might have to take this. Yep, I'm gonna have to take the phone out. So.
You're gonna be all over the place.
Yep, I'm all over the
That's how we
place.
keep it real.
Closing it out, but we're gone, y'all.